if I know someone who sees music the way I see movies, it makes it easier to add on to my team because it's like I can talk to you about an image, I can talk to you about a scene, and you can break down the music
translate into music. That's why I like. Sometimes I'll watch movies, and they'll inspire me about a beat. So I'll be like, okay, this will be the song playing in this scene. This is what's going on and shit. Even so far as the drum pattern, how fast it's going, what's the tempo, what's being hit at this.
Oh shit! We need to go ahead and and we back with another episode of the Verbal Vitamin Podcast.
Yeah.
Go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
This is Nigel and Eves on the Insta. Follow.
I'm still Mark. That's all I got. That's all I'm sticking with.
And this is Two Birds High Fiving. I've decided that's my new stage poetry name. Two Birds High Fiving.
You know those people who go to those things, they can't wait to unpack that. Two birds high fiving.
Two bears high fiving.
Let's break that down.
Two bears high fiving.
Knick knack paddywhack. Give a dog a bone. Yes sir. 3 bags full.
It's not gonna be a name that's like gonna be on like how I post my poetry when I make my book. It's gonna have my name, but like if I ever gotta get on stage, Two Birds High Fiving.
Did you do performing arts in high school or anything like that, or you naturally got into spoken word or just poetry in general?
I actually got started with screenwriting first. I always wanted to be a screenwriter since 5th grade. And then I dropped screenwriting and just picked up writing. And just when I realized just writing scripts is just one of the things that I know how to write. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to put myself in that box that I can just write this thing. And then I started dabbling with poetry in 2015. By 2017, I found my style. And by the end of 2017, I found a decent audience. I've been running with it ever since.
All you need is a platform. People will listen.
Yeah. That's what's up, though.
For real. That's one thing I miss about speech is like the dedicated platform that like people, it's 10 minutes of your time, you say what you want. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You obviously prepare and stuff like that, but it's like, no, they gotta listen. You know what I mean?
Real quick, I think you should give out like where people can see your poetry.
Oh, I was just gonna say that y'all can catch me up on my my Instagram. That is the Ty Effect. That's THE .ty. Scratch that. The .ty.effect with an A. That's the easy way.
Mm-hmm. Let's test that out. I'm looking right now.
The .ty.effect with an A. And y'all can catch my book, Laundry Day. Should be out by December.
Gotcha.
Just once you drop it, let everybody know. We're going to get that purchased.
You know it, because one of my, the girl I went to school with, she just put out a book of poetry.
What school you went to?
Bradley.
Just put a chart on the carpet.
I am.
Because Nigel buckling the carpet.
It's caught. Just want.
Oh, I didn't know.
Can't have it.
Pull Vic's seat around so when that nigga show up, or whichever him or the Jordan, whichever one show up first.
Yeah, I hit that one too.
So what the hell was we was already starting a conversation about something about you not being able to get drunk.
Oh yeah.
My tolerance. I don't know if it's like the training I went through in college, but my tolerance apparently.
And I'm gonna actually believe you on that because that speech party, I got fucked up at that speech party. Like, I do that. That's normal for y'all, and I felt like
speech party.
Yes.
Because that's what sexually active like speech people do. It's literally just a bunch of nerds getting together, partying, having fun.
One.
They instituted what
we got weed in the studio.
My right or yours?
It's the same right.
No, it's not. This is my right.
This
is your right.
If we're looking at the ashtray.
Now you just turned it.
Do it really matter? Y'all both gonna get equal cancer.
Yeah, but I don't want his mouth germs.
Yeah. I eat ass. So
Y'all think he finna get married? Y'all think he eating ass?
True.
well, it ain't the same ass though.
You ain't getting married nowadays unless you're eating cheeks.
And if you are, you ain't happy. That's just the truth. But no, like my tolerance is apparently still there, even though I honestly I smoke more. I don't drink. I get wine drunk, but I don't think that counts.
This is probably about episode 13 of the Verbal Vitamin Podcast, man. We still working out the kinks of how we finna do a formula, but I guarantee y'all, we gonna get a solid formula.
Oh me.
We don't have a red pill this week because I'm trying something. So next week, I'm doing an experiment this week. So I guess, you know what, we are gonna have a red pill, you know, because health is wealth. If you ain't worried about your health, then fuck yourself. This week's red pill is faster cardio. I'm gonna test it out for a week before I come back to y'all with my results about, you know, how it is and the benefits and shit. So give me some time. This week's blue pill, shit. Do y'all know that we have made a labbed brain?
I did not know that.
We have made a
Out of
brain.
what?
We have made a brain, and we're just free radical cells. We have made a brain in the lab, and they have been able to attach it to muscle and get it to twitch.
Really?
Up until now, neuroscientists have only been able to really look at dead brains.
Mm-hmm.
So they couldn't really see how the brain has worked or how the brain is working while you're alive for real.
Mm-hmm.
Now they can start to. It's still in the infant stages. Like the brain ain't really no more than, I want to say from the research I've seen, about that big. But it's something. We're making strides.
Oh me.
Okay, so
That's crazy.
question about implications. No, okay, a couple questions. So, do you think that brain has context? So, like, if you were to hook it up, say,
Like thought?
Yeah, well, thought, but how? Okay, so if you were to measure the brain waves that, from the three of us, right? Hook us up to one of those machines that measures brain waves and brain activity, and how we react when we see certain stimuli. Like if we see the color red or the color blue, right? It registers because we know what those colors are, right? But what about like how do you think that brain? Well, I guess since it can't see, it doesn't have a neural network to sight to really know what things are.
See, I would wonder in the evolution of life, I would think the best way to answer that question is to see when it comes to life, what started developing either the same time the brain did or before the brain. I think the eyes developed before the brain. And like before,
You feel for human beings.
no, but like in the past, because pretty much all living creatures are literally the same thing, just different forms.
Right.
So it's like when they start to take form, I believe the eyes formed first.
Okay.
So like, and that even goes back for evolution. Like what I mean.
Oh
by,
yeah, if you were going back to evolution, the eyes were first.
Yeah, like before we even came out
Sight
the
was
water.
first.
Right.
Before the first creatures even came out the water, I
Yeah.
believe the eyes
Sight
was
was
formed first. Because they had to see what's going on in the ocean.
So how do you?
So it's like when they formed the brain in the lab, they didn't make the eyes first. So I think it just has the functions of how your muscle will twitch.
Right.
And you don't really have control over it.
It responds like
Yeah.
it's connected to a nerve network.
I'm believing that it just has a
That's
responsive
cool.
nature.
Okay, I see what you mean. Where it just it's the most basic of biology.
Mm-hmm.
Where okay, that's
But
cool.
it's still a fucking stride.
It is, because how do you tell cells to be a brain and not an ear, or how do you tell cells to be anything? You know what I mean? It's sitting in a petri dish, right? And you got these stem cells. Like, what do you give them to be like? Hey, I need you to be a brain.
And the news, another.
Or
Connect
ear.
them a certain way.
Man, science is
It's like chords to your video game, right?
Mhm.
Like how you take the color chords and you put it into the TV.
I see what you're
Them
saying.
different
Though.
color chords
How are you calling
does
certain
different
synapses
things.
to fire off?
Or just
I'm telling you that it's just
when you
different
have-
connections.
Say this little metal plastic cap is a petri dish, right?
Mm-hmm.
All you got is cells, right? Cells, it doesn't look like skin. It's just like fluid, right? But it's a collection of cells. It's clear. How do you turn that into a brain? Is what I'm saying. Like instead of that turning into an ear,
Ah.
or a toe,
I see
or,
what you're saying.
like how do you program?
You got to tell it to. But it's like
What he's saying? How do you tell it?
How do you tell it to?
I don't know. I'm not in that field.
That's
now you
crazy,
lose
though.
me.
You know
Now
what
you
I mean?
asking questions where we
Nah.
actually need professionals.
No, because it would have to do the same kind of thing. They would have to just have found a way, the
With
same
the
way the
proteins?
brain does it. The same way the brain tells stem cells on what to become.
That's true.
So they would have to just have found a way to duplicate that.
You know, yeah. And I think it may have to be with
Because that's why stem cells are so important.
Yeah, because you can just program them to be whatever. But what's the programming? It's probably
Like, what's the cheat code? It's like up,
Yeah.
up, down,
You know
Yeah,
down,
I
up,
know.
up.
Yeah, but the human body and science in general,
And-
and gotten to a point.
Uh,
It's just impressive.
The motherfucking clickbait of a video I seen the other day was talking about how pigeons can read. It's not that pigeons can read. However, scientists have been experimenting and they think that pigeons can follow along. Well, that pigeons and other animals, has been seen in other animals, that they can recognize our words as shapes. So it's not that they can read, but they'll see, like rule, they'll see that whole word as a shape and be able to comprehend that shape
To an action.
into an action.
That's cool. I mean,
Cool as fuck.
It makes sense, but like I feel like for the longest times, people have just thought animals are just dumb animals. You know what I mean? Ain't no brain in there. Like I need you to just pull this plow.
That's because we feel we're inferior to them, which I believe we are too. But
For the
the animal.
you believe animals are inferior to you?
No, yeah, I believe we're. I'm stuttering.
No.
I believe that we are inferior to animals.
Explain.
All right, so I'm speaking mentally though.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Physically, they got us. You know what I'm saying? But I'm thinking mentally. Mentally, we believe that we're all smarter because we are.
Amen.
So
we're-
they're
We're the top of
inferior
the
to
food
us.
chain. Yeah. I might have said it wrong. They're inferior to us. Yeah.
Yeah. Although, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes got me thinking.
I don't know,
But
man. I don't know,
after
man.
being
'cause look,
advanced,
Yeah.
it was a
after
whale.
being advanced on our
It was
level.
a whale who was hunting a seal. The whale was smart. The seal went on land. The whale was smart enough to beach itself, eat the seal, and get back in the water.
That's true.
That's some shit.
That's true.
Wait, say that again. Say that again.
Because there's two types of whales.
Okay.
There's the whales that eat plankton, and there's the whales that eat actual like seals and shit. There's also no whale that eat fish, and that's also been a big problem with holding animals in captivity. There was one whale where they kept feeding this whale fish, but the whale eats seals. So imagine trying to train a whale, and you having your kids come to SeaWorld to come see Billy, but Billy's a seal eating whale, and you trying to throw this motherfucking fish.
Did you see that documentary Blackfish?
No, but I've heard about it in the research that I'm talking about now. I've heard about it,
Yeah.
and I'm.
Wait, what
it's-
documentary?
So it's this documentary about like
Seems like we're gonna have some homework to do this week.
Yeah.
it's about this whale called Tilikum. Right?
Oh, I've seen it. I've
Yeah.
seen it. I was with you when we saw
Well,
that.
okay.
Yeah, I've seen Tilikum. Yeah, Tilikum was a G. He was
He
a
was
he
like,
was
I
a
don't
real
know.
one.
He was like, I'm finna
Tilikum
kill
was
my
not
truck.
playing with these
Nah.
niggas, bro.
He was like, okay, I'm finna mess with you. And he dragged him to the bottom of the water, and then let him go. All right, I'm just playing.
And that's why I don't like aquarium. First of all, I can't swim.
I feel like that got to be the top.
The
of it.
fact
Yeah.
that I can't swim, I don't want to be under nothing and see. No, because if this some motherfucker come through this glass and this rushing water come in,
So
I don't know how fast my legs can move.
You're not moving fast in that water. You're not moving faster than that
This
water.
is not no Hollywood movie. You can't outrun the tidal wave.
This ain't Deep Blue Sea, my nigga.
That would fuck me up.
So it's this thing called thalassophobia. It's the fear of deep water. Because here's the thing.
Oh, I've almost drowned at SEMO before.
Wait, where?
At SEMO, at my college. Let me go ahead and get this damn story out for the podcast listeners. This is one of my deep down traumatic stories. I almost drowned in front of a whole bunch of white people.
Y'all just gonna watch me?
They did. And they was my homies.
No, they not.
No, they weren't.
No, they not.
It's my fault because I didn't tell them I couldn't swim.
So what, you just jumped in that
Jump in the
motherfucker?
water?
Yes.
Did you forget you couldn't swim?
No.
Oh.
You just saw the white kids doing it. It's like, what's these white kids doing it?
All right. This was fall of 2015. It was my first year at SEMA. Yeah, my first semester at SEMA. I made a whole big group of friends with a whole bunch of other transfer students, white people, black, whatever. So it was about 12 of us mobbing to the motherfucking gym one day. It was me. I was the only black person though. I'm going, we all in the jacuzzi having fun at first. And the way SEMA's pool is, they have a big ass cliff, and then it's like a 20 feet drop, and then about 10 feet of water.
I'm sorry, how much water?
10 feet.
Okay.
I'm going to give it at least 8 to 10.
Hey,
when I tell you the story,
I'm 5'9".
Yeah, I was just thinking, why would you jump in water that's tall? That's
when
taller
I tell you the story, that's
survive, nigga.
I'm going to get to the part of why I'm kind of estimating
Right.
if it's 8 or 10.
Mm-hmm.
If it's 10, that mean I got Jordan Hops. I'm just telling you that much.
Okay.
If it's 8, I'm brought LeBron. But we
LeBron got hops.
Jordan can jump.
I'll give you that.
Jump
Jordan
man,
fly.
Jordan
fly.
Yeah.
Leap LeBron.
Yeah.
Jump is higher than leap.
Hey, I straight like how that was put. Jump man, Jordan, leap LeBron.
So we in the jacuzzi, everybody having fun and shit. We playing. What was I playing? Yo Hoes Will Be Slave. I remember the damn song. 'Cause that song I almost drowned to. So my homeboy.
You can't drown to your anthem.
K-Camp?
You can't drown to your anthem. You
K-Camp?
can't be like, put this song on.
You talking about K-Camp?
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
Slum anthem, K-Camp.
Oh my goodness.
Almost drowned to Yo Hoes Will Be Slave.
Oh
Can't go
my
to this concert
goodness.
no more.
So over the cliff,
Oh,
over the cliff, it's a one of them little swings like Tarzan swing. Psh, one of them swings.
So you was following the white people.
My
Black people don't
homeboy-
just have them swings.
Walk down them
My
steps.
homeboy Ian looks at the
We
swing.
fill it out first.
My homeboy Ian looks at the swing and was like, "Let's go off the cliff." Ryan like, "Let's go off the cliff."
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucking Matt, we got 2 Matts. One Matt, we call him Shady Matt. We're going off the cliff. Call him Classy Matt because he always dressed up, always looked nice. Classy Matt, we're going off the cliff.
He was just for your funeral.
2 of the girls, mind you, the whole time it's a little kid's birthday party going on.
Mm-hmm.
So you niggas is risking lives of a little kid birthday
It's like,
party.
they was like 7. They was like 7-year-olds. A whole bunch of Yakubian kids, just about 20 of them, in the same pool swimming and shit. So 2 girls like, we're going off the cliff, and I'm like, okay, we're going off that motherfucking cliff. Let's do this shit. Cause
what are steps?
one thing I know,
One
is that when you throw a dog in water, dogs learn how to swim. Fuck it. I've done some dog shit in my life. I'm finna learn how to motherfucking
But you
swim.
wasn't at that moment. And you wasn't doing dog shit at that moment.
We got a whole different anatomy, bro. Like, they got like webbed feet to make it easy.
Ian goes off the cliff, whoosh, splash, waves, swims to the side. Ryan goes off the cliff, whoosh, splash, waves, swims to the side. Both Matts, whoosh, splash, splash, because they both went waves to the side.
Hey, Matt. What's up, Matt? You want to jump off the cliff, Matt? Yeah, Matt.
Tyree comes up.
After everything they say, Matt.
I look down. Oh, shit, I'm hopping there. Okay. You can do it. You can do it. You can fucking do it. Go. Run off the cliff. Jump on the swing. Ugh. Splash. Sinks straight to the bottom.
She said my black don't crack, but it shows sink.
Straight to the bottom. This is why I say I don't know if it's 8 or 10, but I'm somewhere between Jordan and LeBron. I touch bottom, the heels of where the front of my feet touch, as soon as boom, like any of y'all seen Harry Potter,
Yeah.
the fourth book, the fourth movie, when he came out the water?
Yeah.
I hit the bottom. Whoosh!
when he saved old girl,
It was
that underwater stroke.
it
he
was
saved this person and old girl.
It was the power squat of a lifetime. Because I knew as I was going down, I'm panicking. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. And I jump up, managed to get a good help, whoosh, back down. Okay, I ain't got that much strength no more. I've been struggling. Go back down to the ground again. I can only use one leg this time. Whoosh. Don't get that far this time. Don't get that far this time. Help! 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 Start going right back down. This time, I'm going back down, this little skinny girl about Taylor size. And the lifeguard jumps in. I just see a thin hand grab my wrist, like maneuvered me on her back. And next thing you know, I got her again. She got the little buoy out the front, getting us both to safety. I get out, trying to catch my breath. And one of the little kids gonna come up to me and say, "You all right, man? You know if you couldn't swim, you shouldn't have jumped off of that cliff."
Duh. I mean, hey, that'd be, hey. You remember when Vic asked us that question about about a wave of 10 kids?
Yes.
It would have been at that moment I started my wave. At that moment, I'm trying to tell you.
The way you just jumped up, that's how it was on the inside. I ain't having no strength yet. But I want to punch him. It was his birthday, too. It was like, man, you know you shouldn't have jumped off the cliff. You know you can't swim.
I mean,
Shut the fuck up, Timmy.
But hold on, wait.
He had a point.
He had a point, bro. I mean, I feel like I don't know what.
I get it.
Okay.
I get it.
Yes. Two things to take away. If you don't be afraid to take risks and ask for help if you need it. I feel like those are really solid takeaways.
And you know what?
Because you're sitting here right now.
It's one of my college experiences.
You survived.
Barely.
On me, barely.
But yeah, when you
We'll
almost,
make it easy.
Well, I found out that when you almost drowned in college, they make you.
The fact that you held on long enough to give it a second try.
And you still can't swim? Or you just played it to avoid all deep water?
I haven't went to a pool since.
Okay.
I wouldn't go back to a pool. First of all, I wouldn't be friends with them.
You finna move to like Kansas in the middle of the country.
But the plan
Montana,
is to
nowhere.
learn this last semester before I leave for training.
What branch are you going to?
We're talking about that off the podcast.
Okay, sorry.
We haven't made that announcement yet.
But no, I feel like, I mean, you survived.
But it's like, because it's like, that made me realize I at least need to learn how to swim to save myself.
Yeah.
Fuck everybody else. At least
that's
be
what I
able to
tell
save
people.
myself.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Like, it's like, on ground, I can do everything else.
Superman. Aquatic kryptonite. But no, like, I tell people, I'm like,
Aquatic kryptonite.
if we go on a cruise, like,
But they had a whole island of kryptonite. He ain't die. Which I don't even know how. Really? Yes, bro. On that first Superman movie. Yes, bro. The one before the latest, man. But the one before Man of Steel.
Trash.
I ain't gonna argue that. But the one before Man of Steel. Actually, I didn't think Man of Steel was trash. But the one before Man of Steel, when he stopped that plane from running into that.
I don't want drinking. Like, y'all make me feel like I'm a drunk.
I'm good.
I'll cave in up here, bro.
I'm good. But when he saved that plane from crashing into that baseball stadium, the way yes, Lex Luthor had a island of kryptonite, made out of kryptonite, and Superman fought him on it.
How?
Exactly.
Only DC superhero I'm looking forward to is probably Shazam.
I don't want to see Shazam. That nigga suit look fake as a motherfucker. Have you seen the preview?
You talking about with Shaq?
No.
Oh
no.
That was
Kazam.
That was never a movie. You're living in an alternate universe.
Okay, yeah.
Apparently.
I got you.
Because I remember that too. So we all somehow...
No, that's a movie. With
Shaq,
that's a
but
movie.
you know, some people do not believe... No, it's not it's one with Sinbad.
Yeah, Sinbad, yep.
That nobody believes was an actual movie, but it hella was.
Yeah, I just saw the cover for it not too long ago.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can't Google it. It's not going to come up.
Wait a minute, I just saw it on Facebook.
I know you did. I seen the same movie cover. And I remember a specific scene of the movie. And it's like being in film school, I like to think that I can remember.
It said we found Shazam's Sinbad Shazam Genie movie on YouTube.
They did?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that later.
Because the thing is, people keep saying that it never existed. And it's like, I know for a fact it did.
Yeah, it did.
I followed a thread on Reddit that was asking that question. What is something that you know for a fact existed, but nobody else remembers?
And it's a word behind that. Where a group of people believe something and actually can clearly remember it, but nobody else do.
Yeah. It's called a glitch in the Matrix. You weren't supposed to remember that. You better shut your mouth, because otherwise...
Niggas control the Matrix like, ah, shit.
I mean, you
Like,
can see
alright,
niggas in black
shit.
suits pull
Take
up
'em
behind us. We in
Podcast
Neo, we
get
can't
shut
fly
down.
off.
Yeah, like,
Shut
stop
down
talking about
quick, the
that
lights
right
went
now.
off. Remember how lights went off last time? That's
Yeah.
what we said, so we weren't supposed to be talking about.
Uh-huh.
They said, shut it down, Johnson. Yeah, man.
How dope would it be to be Neo, though? The one in the Matrix.
I mean, I've been Neo before.
Not in that water.
That was one of the guys that I was actually one of the best comebacks that's been on this podcast. But no, I've been Neo when it came to STDs. 2 years.
If y'all could hear our face, if y'all could hear our face,
I don't mean,
2 years.
Please explain this.
2 years I was in the Matrix when it came to STDs. It was between 2015.
He was in that motherfucker fighting them.
No,
Fighting the HIV.
I was Neo. It was between 2015 and 2017. The majority of the girls that I was messing with or stopped messing with, they either contracted chlamydia or had chlamydia prior or to the boyfriend after or the boyfriend before. I mean, the nigga after the nigga before. And it missed me every single time. And this was over 7 girls.
I see what you're saying.
So I'm like, what's your Bob? She came back from California with it, got cured. Me and her started fucking around. And when we started fucking with Sierra didn't have it. But the guy was fucking with Sierra. Her last boyfriend gave it to her. She got it cured. So I'm like, shoo, shoo, shoo. Oh shit! Shoo.
You know how they catch Blade? You know how they catch throwing knives like this? Like stopping them. You have to try harder than
Just dodging like a motherfucker. So that was the point of my life. I consider being in the Matrix, just dodging chlamydia like a motherfucker.
That's hella funny.
You gotta be careful.
Got to be careful.
Like, there's a thing in this world called super gonorrhea.
What?
Yes,
I call it gonorrhea syphilis.
that's something else.
Yeah.
That's something else. Bro.
Yeah, I've heard of it, nigga, but I ain't never seen it up close.
Just as dangerous. You gotta watch out for that.
Hey man, don't be out here getting gonorrhea syphilis.
Don't. Wrap it up. It ain't worth it.
Gonorrhea syphilis itis.
Because all I'm saying is penicillin don't cure everything.
You said what?
Penicillin don't cure everything. Wrap it up. Be safe.
That's all you put a condom on. It's that simple,
That's all
bro.
you gotta do.
Just
That
put a
pussy look
condom
good
on.
until you got you coughing. Looking in the mirror, think you finna be in the coffin.
Oh, and also, just because you put
Hold
a condom...
on, wait. That was bars. Let's give it up for myself.
I don't even know what you said.
Yeah, I don't know what he said.
That
Sorry.
pussy was good
Okay.
until it got you coughing. Looking in the mirror like you looking at your coffin.
Oh, that is good. Actually,
Man, that shit, it was alright. I can't be a hater.
it was good.
I ain't gonna lie, it was good.
Coughing and then coughing.
Yeah, I got it.
That's just the only
I
darn
got
thinking, you know what I'm saying? I should be a rapper.
Anyway, just because you got a condom on, don't mean your tongue can't catch it either, niggas.
That's a good topic.
That shit gonna fall off.
Yes, your
That
shit
is a good topic. That is a good topic because
What?
I was just listening to this podcast today where the title of the podcast was "He Keeps Giving Me STIs."
Oh, I was talking about manufacturing a rapper. But yeah, we can go that route too. We can do that. We on 2 different pages of the same book.
Oh, man.
That's okay. That's okay.
Just on 26, I'm on 28.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same chapter.
Cool,
Same
both
chapter.
are- yeah.
We'll
But
go,
yeah, no. Please continue.
we're going. Okay, we still gonna go into that one. Yeah. So it's called the Receipts Podcast. Check it out. It's like 3 British ladies of color. One of them is fine as hell. Shout out to Ghana's finest, gorgeous ass black woman. But they basically do what same kind of podcast. They're the British girl version of this podcast. People who get around and talk. But they have your receipts and then they have their receipts. And it switches up bi-weekly. Their receipts, they're talking to you about their life. Your receipts, you send them in with their fan mail. Kind of like our Truth Pill.
That's kind of cool. I like that idea.
It's very nice. Oh, shit. So, today's
That's
your...
what the bird sounds like.
In today's Your Receipts, one of the girls who wrote into them, she's 22, and the guy she's dealing with is 32 or 31, one of them. But they've been messing around for 2 years, and he keeps giving her STIs. And the thing
Why
is,
she keep messing with this nigga?
because bitches is stupid.
Well, don't even.
That's the
don't
easiest
even,
way to
Don't even
put
put it on. If people are stupid.
And like once you hear the whole story, it's like, yeah, bitches is stupid.
Yeah.
Cause like, so dude living with his girlfriend, telling her that they not together. We niggas, they together, they fucking.
Mm-hmm.
And she can't call him after 8. You know the usual shit.
After 8?
Yes.
This bitch don't read. These are simple stuff. This ain't even a nigga really trying to finesse.
But this is a young
Just
girl
nigga.
thing, though. This is a young girl thing that it makes it sadder when they old women on that same mindset. But that's because they young women who wasn't checked on that shit.
Okay, the question is though, because I don't even think it's all the time. I don't think it's a case of them not realizing the like young girl not realizing who that person is. But what if it just lines up with what she wants? If she don't want anything, you know what I mean? What if it's like legitimate? If she's okay with that status quo?
A lot of them don't be though. I actually know. In my life, I've met 2. Not gonna put y'all names out here, beautifuls. They like messing with other men for the sexual experience, not really for the relationship, nothing like that.
I get it. I know.
Old girl necessarily wants a relationship with him, thinking he's gonna leave his girlfriend for her.
Okay, well then that's kind of foolish.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like those are the girls you run into the more, where they think they have this kind of thing where they can switch up what you already got going on.
See, my thing is, look, if you're in denial, my problem with that is you can lie to the world, but you can't lie to yourself. But some people can.
You can, but only for so long.
Yeah, I mean, because like,
my belief is
just open your eyes.
My
It's
belief
that simple.
is
just open
the
your
lies
eyes.
the lies you tell yourself is way better than the reality you live in. The lies and the truth you tell yourself is
if
way
the
better
world
than
can correspond the same way.
it's way
but
better
I think
than the reality you live in.
Yeah.
Because you can live in a horrible reality, but lie to yourself and try to find the good in your situation. And sometimes, yes, find the good in your situation can be lying to yourself. Sometimes lying to yourself is beneficial for your well-being.
Yeah, because you know what, like, it's
if
not
you got
like,
5 years in jail and you have to lie to yourself to find a good in that situation or to get through, lie to yourself and get through.
But is that perspective or just like, I don't know. So I guess I'm thinking like that it might not be as simple as I try to like make it seem. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, some people do have to lie to themselves to make it through the day. You know what I mean? Just to get like a temporary reprieve. So that makes sense.
I mean, it lines up with one of the things you say.
What?
People believe in religion as a coping mechanism.
Oh, yes.
They got to lie to themselves to get through the day.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I feel like if that's what it takes to live a simple lifestyle, or give you a certain direction to go, do it.
That's true.
It's your life. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't have anything to do with anybody else but you.
Exactly.
That's
You know what I'm
very
saying? So go ahead and do it. If you feel like it betters your life, do it.
Let's keep that energy for the summer and forward.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't got nothing to do with nobody else.
On me.
Live your life. That's what's up.
To a degree. Live your life as long as you're not causing harm to other people.
Yes, I agree.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because living your life could be, okay, I just like killing bitches, dog. Like, that's what makes me happy.
It was a
Is-
dude out
yeah.
here. He just
It's
went
going out
virgin.
and making sure these hoes gonna get home.
Sure. Yeah. Fair enough.
Oh, speaking of that, bro, it was a girl in college where she called an Uber.
And got in the wrong car?
Yes.
And I don't see how, and she wound up dead. I don't see
Because
how.
it wasn't he wasn't the actual Uber.
I saw a video
I
of
don't
that.
see why you just, this bitch getting into the wrong, let me kill her. What?
No, he been watching her.
These are predators.
Yeah,
These
bro.
are predators that
Oh, he was already preying on her.
Yeah.
they drive Ubers and they show up in front of like clubs and stuff like that where most people need an Uber and they just get in.
Ooh.
But the thing, like, without checking the phone, without like making. So with Uber, have you ever used it?
No.
So with Uber, you can see a picture of the driver. That's part of the requirements for them to like chauffeur people around, right? So you can like see who it is. But what happens is when they get in the car, they don't check.
Mm-hmm.
That just made me think of a really good idea. You know how the people think the Mexicans are stealing our jobs?
Yeah.
The real thing is robots are stealing our jobs.
Yeah.
But I just actually thought of one of the best business ventures somebody can take up.
What's that?
Buy a line of cars per city and install robot drivers as like Ubers.
Page
But it's
cab, luxury
it's a
cab
robot driver that scans when you get in to make sure you're you and get you to your destination. It's a futuristic idea,
Yeah.
but it's one I probably would not mind seeing. It'd be the same services as Uber, but it'd be a robotic driver just driving the car.
So with that, this is gonna put serial killers on their feet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because people aren't always adapt.
But what about Lyft though? You know, and I think, well, hell, just self-driving cars. I see what you mean. Instead of like physical robots, just self-driving cars that you call and then they show up. Have you seen those on the road?
Yeah.
The Google self-driving cars. Okay, that makes sense.
It's very similar like
just
that.
automated. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I see what
Very
you're
similar like that. And they just scan you, make sure you. They'll probably have one of those kind of codes, like when you're trying to log into your account from two different devices.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure these codes line up.
Because Google be on it.
Yes,
Let you
bro.
log into a computer at work. Somebody trying to hack you.
Yes, bro.
But they had to send you that text. Like,
I got
get
Play
it.
Store
Is this
now, and I tried to set it up on my girl phone,
Mm-hmm.
and they sent me a message like, "Hey, somebody trying to get in your account, nigga."
Like, nigga,
I'm
it's
like
me.
Homie, I'm like,
What's
I'm
that
like,
you?
good looking, dude. I'm like, good looking, my girl,
For
but it's me.
Because here's
It's
the
me.
thing. If somebody get one password, if somebody get my Gmail password, they got my life. They got my whole
Homie,
life.
ain't gonna
Same.
lie.
Same.
They got my life.
Same.
So I'm just like,
But it's like it's hard to crack my shit because like I got so many different last names that I use, or I switch up my name so much because my writing name isn't my real name.
did you know that if you put a period in different parts of your email address,
I thought you was gonna say, you put a period in the middle of your relationship, it'll stop it. I'm like, it would stop sex for a week.
that's a semicolon. Let's start it back up. But no, if you put a period in any part of your email address, it'll change it to look different for like, have you ever, I don't know about y'all, but I love a free trial. Mm-hmm. And I run it into the ground.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For like anime, for different apps and stuff
Yeah,
like
just
that.
make a new
I got
email.
6 different email addresses for H&M,
make a
for
new
shit, for
email.
everything else.
Right, but instead of creating those other those other accounts, all you have to do is put a period somewhere else in your email address, and it still registers for your email. So you'll still receive the emails, but for the website or that service, it looks like a different email
You
address.
shitting me.
No, I just found that out.
So like
Who?
Nigel Eves at yahoo.com. Put
Right.
Nigel.Eves.
Yes.
Or Nigel.
It'll still show up as your email
or
address.
NIGI.L.
Yep.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
that's dope.
So you don't have to, because I don't know how many accounts I
Chico.
forgot about. Right. I forgot.
Chico.
And that's going to be the cheap pill you get here on the Verbal Vitamin Podcast.
This is the one a day. This the one a day.
I did want to, I've been thinking about
The great
this week.
financial advice.
I've been thinking about this week, and I probably want to wait till Jordan got here to talk about this, but let me see when that nigga going to be here. I want a new segment that I wanted to start, and it's because of the conversation he wanted to have that I may want to start the segment. The chill pill. Because some shit niggas got to chill out on.
Okay. Oh, I like that. That sounds cool.
So it's like, and this week is going to be conspiracy theories on how conspiracy theories shape black people.
Like they always blaming the government for something.
Yes. And it causes more hurt than harm.
Yes. Yes.
So how you feel about starting that?
I'm not against it at all.
I like the concept and the topic.
It's basically like exposing the bullshit.
So the conspiracies was just for like so each week the topic for the chill pill would change.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that's a brilliant idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good way.
And
to
this week is
diversify,
because the Nipsey Hussle motherfucking conspiracies of this week,
Thank you.
dog, from Dr. Smoothie, curing AIDS and cancer,
Who called that nigga Dr. Smoothie?
bruh. Because niggas think everything with every Dr. Smoothie did everything. Just a little fruit juice and water.
No, you gotta look at
But no.
look at both the good and bad.
Oh, I already been called stupid and told I wasn't deep enough, told me I wasn't woke enough.
Well, no.
Yeah,
He got
I
killed
know.
for carrying a bunch of money into his native country, which is what, Brazil, Venezuela,
Honduras.
Honduras.
Yeah, I believe it's Honduras.
Yeah, so I feel like it's regular ass, just like greed. It's just that because people show you who they are flat out, whether you like recognize it or you don't. But I feel like the world is, to an extent, it has like high level operatives to like take people out like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
You talking about them saying that the guy who killed Nipsey was paid by the government?
Well, that and some because they were connecting those
Yeah.
two motives, right?
They were
Yeah.
saying because he was coming out with a documentary about Dr. Sebi.
And then niggas were saying that he
the
was
government
killed.
killed him for trying to expose.
Niggas were
what's
saying that he
real.
was killed military style. There is no military style.
Nah, the military use whatever method they can.
And the thing is, the military is not gonna go and do no up close, in front. The government won't even do it.
He wasn't big enough. I'm sorry.
They saying it
He wasn't
because he was an
assassinated.
informant.
He
Exactly.
was murdered.
Yes. Yeah. And that's because the person.
And what did Lil Wayne say? When you're great, it's not murder, it's assassinate. Nipsey was a legend, but he wasn't big enough to be assassinated.
Dr. King was assassinated
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
because of like the pivotal time that he.
Dr.
lived
King's mother was murdered.
in. Right.
And when I found out about that, I didn't know how to necessarily feel.
Now here's what we can pull. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Do you know why Dr. King's mother was murdered? Dr. King's mother was murdered because the person who killed her was a black man who thought that Christianity has done too much damage to black people, and that our reason for keeping it on is more hindrance to black people. So he went to the church and shot her. She was shot sitting in the pulpit.
Mm.
And now she
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I don't mean to make a funny story with this, but go ahead.
It's
But
us.
yeah, you right. It's us. But yo, tell me why a pimp straight walked up in a Catholic church and straight bucked the motherfucking priest because he ain't pay his hoe. Like this nigga walked up smooth than a bitch,
I feel like you know
bucked
the
his
rules.
ass, bruh.
I feel like you know the rules. And see, here's the thing.
Yo, and this, I saw the video. The shit was hilarious.
Like, that's hilarious.
That shit real. That pimp was not playing, bro.
Like, I need my
Nigga had
money.
a white suit on with the
So you
white
work for the
hat.
Catholic Church. You got money. I mean, to run that.
Yes. He said, "Oh, you just trying to play my hoe? Yeah,
Yeah.
Don't nobody play my hoes but me."
Did you do it today?
No, it wasn't today.
I'm like, you know
It wasn't today. I'll
Was
show
it
you
on
the
a
video.
Sunday?
I'll show you the video. Yes, it was during service. My nigga walked in during service. What?
Something we gonna end up getting on is Kodak.
What he said
camera
about
or the
Nipsey?
Yeah. And
Okay, so I didn't read what he said about Nipsey, but
he
I
didn't
saw
say
that.
nothing about Nipsey per se. It's what he was saying about Lord London and the fact that it's just been a week since Nipsey passed. We can't use. I don't like stuff like I don't like using the wrong words for people's death.
Uh-huh.
He didn't pass away. He
Right.
was murdered.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, true.
So it's just now hitting a week since he got murdered.
Mm-hmm.
What did he say?
Basically, what's up, Lord London? You know, what's up?
Oh, and people are saying too soon.
Yeah. And so, like T.I. came out and said something, and the Game came out and said something, and this post was just like kind of got me thinking at first.
Yeah, no, it's just
At first, I'm heavy. It is.
Yeah.
It hella out of line.
Yeah.
Well, I was in an argument in my group chat earlier about this. I'm gonna get back to this post, but I was in an argument about the difference between being out of line and being disrespectful. And one of the girls was like, he was out of line, and I'm like, out of line is me saying to Demi Lovato, let me snort some crack off your ass when you get out of rehab.
That's
He was-
that's definitely out of pocket, nigga.
He was disrespectful. Like, there's a difference. Like, bitch, you still alive, and I know you probably gonna have a relapse. So just let me. You cute. let me snort this coke. Let me snort this line of coke off your ass. But like, trying to
Out
get
of
on
line.
a dead man's
I
wife.
feel like that's. I feel like that.
I
fits
think it's
both of them.
yeah. I'm about to say I think it's room for
that's-
both.
That's regular. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. Don't just say one label.
Yeah.
I mean, like 1 year. I'm sorry, 1 week after.
Then he said, "I give her a year before he shoot his shot."
And see here's
Like he announced it.
Yes,
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no.
But Kodak do stupid shit like that.
but that should we make? Okay, just because a murderer
I don't
killed
wanna
people
do that.
doesn't mean it's okay.
Yeah, but this isn't something that's as small as
But just like
you talking to murder. This is something
But
just
just
just talking.
in New Zealand after the mosque attack,
Mm-hmm.
how she refused to say that person's name, the guy, the actual gunman,
Mm-hmm.
the terrorist. She refused to say his name. So I feel like we got to keep that same energy and say like what good could possibly come out of that post? None at all.
None at all.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Because everybody's on the same page. He was disrespectful. I don't know, however you want to label it.
Well, this post that somebody would just sent me said, I ain't gonna say the nigga name because you ain't finna get no damn sponsors on my shit, nigga. Fuck you. He said, I don't give a damn
I
why
was sending you shit. I would think y'all was friends.
I don't give a damn why T.I. so the dude who actually made this post.
Oh,
I don't give a damn why T.I. so amped about Kodak saying he disrespected Nipsey's wife. Don't you disrespect your own fucking wife?
who?
Okay, fair enough. He called out hypocrisy.
And then he said, then the
Who?
game, wasn't it just fine? Wasn't you just under fire accused of fucking a 16-year-old? You stay disrespecting the nigga wife. He did disrespect Kim Kardashian.
Okay,
Who?
so here's
The game disrespected Kim Kardashian. T.I. disrespects his own wife.
okay. I think he called out hypocrisy. He like keep that same energy. And
Yeah,
take
and
how
it's
you
like
feel
now
about
it's
her,
like
about Lauren London,
y'all two
back
are
to
the
your
wrong
relationship.
niggas to say something.
True.
It's other
Well,
niggas that said something though. Like
it
Tank
doesn't
came
make-
out and said some shit.
It doesn't
Who?
excuse
Tank.
what
Tank.
Kodak Black said. It doesn't excuse that. at
It
all.
doesn't. It doesn't.
What
it
Tank
doesn't.
say?
Basically, too soon. Like it's the wrong time. Chill out.
But I feel like to be like that I just feel like
Nigga, stop hating. I mean, maybe that's how he talked to girls doing they sad.
But also, he's a colleague. You know what I mean? He's in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be weird if, like, well, not even weird, but like, only like people who have that platform and are like involved in it are the people who say something. It just so happens that they don't have a good track record with like.
How you know? My bad. Go ahead, finish.
No, I just say.
My thing is, I feel like how you know that the nggers that saying something ain't just saying something to try to fuck Lauren them damn selves. You get what I'm saying? You can't just take those kind of
Oh, you
sides
talking about
without.
T.I.?
Yeah.
He was like, ah, man, I can't.
Yeah, you saw I'm out here defending you, baby. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be on shit like that.
Now-
Just because they defended them don't make them right either.
I understand that. It's just a part of me. Like, if something happened to you, I get on any nigga trying to get on Jaleesa
Right.
within the same time.
And vice versa.
Like, not you got to see me, nigga. Like,
Yeah.
chill out.
Yeah, like she spoken for, bro.
Right.
At least
Girl, get your ass
let
on.
this nigga at least be dead for 10 years.
Damn, 10?
Yeah.
Why? It wasn't like Kodak and Nipsey was close.
Okay, so here's the thing. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I feel like-
If we get
I
married
feel
and
like
I
ain't no
die,
ti-
you not allowed to fuck a
Everybody
nigga
that's-
for 10 years after me.
Everybody's
if we're
speaking
being
as somebody
adults,
that's
you
had
dead.
affiliation with
You
Nipsey.
dead.
Kodak don't have affiliation with Nipsey.
Maybe it's because, man, I see
He see a
Because
widow.
I see
He
flat
don't
out.
see his homeboy girl.
I see love and marriage like
He dead though.
I see love and
Yeah.
marriage.
He dead and Lauren is still alive.
Well, maybe I see love
Still
and
need
marriage.
dick.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe you need some. I need to get.
Maybe she wanna agree.
Maybe she
wants
want. Maybe she gets her frustrations off in sex. I don't know about Lauren. Lauren be fucking these niggas.
She might want some sadness.
I
dick.
see love.
Not
and
saying
marriage.
she a hoe,
She not
but
inviting nobody to be the father to his kids.
what has Lauren said?
She ain't say nothing, but it's out of line to ask her to say something.
I'm not asking her to say anything.
Nah,
It's out of line to even expect her to say something.
I'm
no.
not expecting her, but if she hasn't
How's
said
that out of
something,
line? How's that out of line for her
Because
to
the,
like voice her
the
opinion?
family's in mourning.
Right, but she is the family,
Yeah.
so she can say something. She,
No, like to address Kodak, to address somebody so fucking low, that's out of line. Like you don't.
But
need to
how-
do
why
that.
you say Kodak low? He got more money than Lauren.
but hold on, how can
I
he
don't
be
think
low
that.
and we?
I
sit around
do.
talking
What have
about
Lauren
what he
done
said?
besides 3 movies? If 3.
Damn, what the hell?
Fuck niggas with money. And I'm being real. I know it's early, y'all, but
Let's look up net wealth. Let's look up some net wealth.
it ain't like she got like
My question is
just
what-
one baby daddy. She was
like-
fucking Wayne.
Okay.
She got what? 3 kids?
Yeah, no, that's the father of her kids who just died. Like
Yeah.
she can say what she wants when she wants, and she black.
All them kids ain't his.
No, it don't matter. But they had a family though.
Yeah, they had a family, and
You know
I
what I
get
mean?
that, but
Yeah. But I'm actually so.
Kodak, shut the hell up.
What happened? He's
Laura,
a witcher broke.
Laura London's net worth is $8 million. Kodak net worth is 600,000.
See, but you don't judge those people off their net worth, man.
He just said something about
No,
worth.
true.
Yeah, I said
Indeed.
Kodak
Because
probably got more money than Lauren. Well, her
there
net
are-
worth come from. I don't know what she been doing.
There's
That's
some
what's
rich
up,
She
though.
got
out
other
there
business
who's
ventures.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what's up, though.
So
She was fucking with Nipsey.
one thing I was curious about though is like, so did y'all hear about the truce that happened out in LA?
Yeah.
The gang truce.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How does she? is she obligated to like carry on his?
She's not obligated, but
You know
that
what I
is
mean?
an
But
option.
like, I don't know. What do you think about that? Like
I don't think she can.
her legacy.
She's
like,
she's not obligated, but it's one of those things where if she was to carry it on, I would definitely understand why.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
If she's delivering that same message, those
Right.
same people will listen.
Right. True.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
they listen more because of who she is now that he's passed.
Mhm.
Okay.
Because
In
he
his eyes.
definitely got a lot bigger in his passing than he was when he was alive.
Who did?
Oh yeah,
Just a week
yeah.
ago.
What's that dude named Tentastic?
Extraction.
Yeah.
But the thing that
Exactly.
kind of knocked him down at the same time was the other things that he had going against him, like the
Yeah.
whole woman beater shit. Nipsey ain't got no kind of scandal surrounding his
Right.
name,
And
and
the fact that
people
all
are
them
saying
came
that he's the
together.
Tupac of our generation.
I don't.
I
know.
think that's
I
a
don't know.
reach because he's better than Tupac.
I don't know enough about.
Due to the
Tupac.
fact-
When you
Dude.
say better, what do you mean? Are you speaking musically? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, his music's not that good.
No, I'm talking about footprint in the culture. Period.
Okay.
Okay, I
Like
give you
if you're
that.
doing a footprint in the culture,
I
your
give you
music
that.
skills is just one of your part. It's just one of your
Yeah,
talents.
that's why I was asking. Are you talking musically or what are you talking? Because
Footprint in the culture.
music, I
Nipsey
don't really
was
like it.
definitely
But
better than Tupac.
yeah, Nipsey actually his work showed.
Now the thing is, I've never been that big of a Tupac
He
fan.
wasn't just an
Tupac
influencer.
did make
Yeah.
Tupac
He was
did make
actually
better
doing
music.
He was a social architect.
Tupac wasn't really.
He's putting our
Tupac
American
was probably
history,
talking
like,
to the
our national
kids.
history. You know what I'm saying? He's
Tupac was
part
probably
of-
talking to the kids, but I don't think or I don't know if he was really putting his money out there during the time of his death,
He's
like
I ain't
Nipsey
here.
was.
He ain't opened no stores.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He ain't signed no check. Well, he probably signed. checks.
Nipsey's one of those niggas who we finna buy back the block. All right, we
And
bought
that's
back
what
the
he
block.
was doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like that whole strip that store he got killed in front of. His family owns half that strip.
and you know from the science
he
standpoint,
turned it into a family business.
from the science
You know what I'm saying?
standpoint,
That's big.
he did a Black Panther. At the end of Black Panther, what
Mm-hmm.
did Black Panther do? Went to the hood, opened up a STEM search facility.
Right, yeah.
What the hell did Nipsey Hussle do?
Yeah.
Opened up a STEM search facility.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like,
I love so. I'm sorry, I was finna jump subject. My bad.
that's fine.
No, go ahead.
All right, so one of my interests is sci-fi fantasy, right?
Mhm.
In terms of
I write sci-fi fantasy.
in terms of books. So there is
watch sci-fi things.
there's this African author. Her name, I think her name is Nettie. I don't know. I can't think of her name right now. But she basically focuses on like Afrofuturism, where it's like somewhere on the continent of Africa in the future, like these brown children that have like all of these amazing abilities, right? Or just like people, but it is a sense of like it's this really nice merging of like being black and like super dope technology and powers and stuff like that. That's what that reminded me of. It's like that STEM research that they opened up in Black Panther. That's what it reminded me of. Just like putting black people in that frame, because in terms of sci-fi and movies and stuff, we always die first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not in my stories.
You know what I mean? But it's just like Storm, for example.
Well, they starting to let them survive more.
The way
now.
I write my stories is, all of my main characters will always be black, but they happen to be black because I'm writing from the black stereotype. I mean, standpoint. I'm not
Black stereotype.
Yeah, I'm not writing. I can't write a white character.
Yeah.
I've never been a white dude.
It's not authentic.
Yeah.
That's what you mean. Yeah. But no, like
But because of like my love for Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter and Star Wars and shit like that, those kind of bases are damn near in every single one of my stories.
that's cool.
We'll have an after conversation after this. 'Cause I'm not going to tell y'all none of my damn secrets on air. Fuck you.
On me.
Page 1.
Marvel don't tell you shit.
Exactly. You'll see that shit when I get paid for it.
On me.
But my stories are fucking amazing. I dropped the blunt. Somebody fucking my bitch.
Just gonna say that.
Who the hell started that shit? Because I don't know where the hell I heard that from.
Yeah, I don't remember when I first heard it, but I hear it all the time. And I don't know who started the shit, but
Ain't nobody in my
ain't
fucking
nobody,
house.
yeah, ain't nobody sleeping in my bed. I don't understand what that nigga Cisco was talking about. I don't know what you talking about, Cisco. Ain't nobody in my shit.
I'm just starting to realize like how structured, how society is structured,
Break it down.
Like, for example, so you know how the gangs all called the truce today out in LA, right?
Yeah.
They have power because even though they called the truce, how many of those people had active cases going on? You know what I mean? Because they're gang members. That's what they do.
Yeah.
Right?
You got a point.
Because the local authority...
Hit that button.
The local political authority, the police, right? They didn't, like, show up to round anybody up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And they...
I see what you're going. I see exactly where you're going.
You know what I
now.
mean?
Yeah.
So, like, there's power in that community. And what he was trying to do...
Because that was technically one big ass...
One
come
big
get
ass,
him. Come get him.
Pick him up. Get the paddy wagon. But they didn't do that. So that means there is some sort of respect of power
Between the two.
Between those two like entities, and there is a political system inside of like the hood.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
That's completely
politics
ignored
is
and
real.
delegitimized, except for in criminal justice like programs.
And I guess from being raised in the county,
No, I'm city.
I guess raised in the
South
county,
City.
I can see it. But because I've never understood the report of the hood mentality of reporting in when you go to a city.
So here's the thing. Here's something that I'm just
What
realizing.
you mean by reporting?
Like if in order to avoid trouble, if you're a rapper and you come to my city, you got to report in with the nigga who in charge type shit. I've never understood that shit. But maybe it's because I'm a county nigga and I'm not supposed to understand.
I think that's
They do.
superficial.
Yeah,
They
I don't
do
think
because
do
they
that
got
these days.
no, they got on the baby about that shit. I think it was last year. Some niggas pulled up on him when he was doing a video.
That he didn't report in.
Yeah, that he didn't
That's
report in.
because
He ain't
reporting
checking
in
in.
ain't the thing. He was just trying to he was trying to level up with
Yeah.
that, because that's not I've never seen it. I've never heard of that.
The only that
Like-
really do that, yeah.
Yeah, nah. Probably like mobsters from the.
Yeah,
And
everybody
like-
not
and like-
in these days. These
like,
days, to be real with you,
apparently-
these young niggas is what's ruling these streets.
Apparently, Nip
I'm gonna be honest with
asked dude because dude was apparently a known snitch, and Nip asked dude, "What your paperwork saying you ain't snitch? Am I supposed to come back with like legit paper? I'm not a street nigga. I don't know.
Right. And see,
Nigga, do I need to go print out some documents and be like, here? I don't know. Do I just need to call some niggas?
to
I don't
explore
know.
that though? It's so hard. It's damn near impossible to explore that, like the political dynamic from inside. Like, as in, like, growing up in the hood, you're not just finna go study a gangster or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you just trying to survive and make it out, so you can like not live in poverty, not live. You know what I mean? So it's like on the outside, there hasn't been any like real study of the hood outside of like crime rates and gentrification and like housing and things like that. But like politically, it like that power structure has not been broken down. You know what I mean? To like actually understand how the people in ghettos live. Because I think
Somebody
it's
made
different.
a movie about it. And it's called Snow.
It's called Malcolm X.
No,
That's on the Bluff.
Yeah, it's Snow on the Bluff.
That's true.
That's the most accurate you can get to it. He
Never
literally
seen it.
recorded his
It's on Netflix, I think.
Snow on the
Never seen
Bluff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nigga from Philly, and he just record. Literally, it starts off with him robbing these kids who came in that neighborhood to find drugs.
Yeah.
He robbed them and took their camera and just kept recording.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
Like-
ain't funny. But
Like,
that's
and,
funny.
and that's a hood nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's some hood nigga shit. I'm gonna be real with you.
That ain't funny, but that's hilarious.
Yeah, bro. He recorded himself like robbing niggas. He recorded himself doing all of this shit.
Because the way you just made it seem like, you know how like with niggas who be doing nature shit and they just leave the camera and the birds come up and just start looking at the
Right.
camera.
Yeah.
Like,
He's like,
hey, what the fuck is this, man?
He put on the mailbox.
Pretty much, and now the birds like, hey man, what the fuck is this shit?
Nah, this is at gunpoint. This shit's real.
Yeah, like that
I feel
shit.
like just like you gotta watch out for lions and stuff.
Gotta watch out with niggas.
Yeah, for real.
Lions, tigers, bears, and niggas.
I feel like we
Roll
living
face, roll
an
time, real.
animal lifestyle.
And white,
Living
crazy
in the
white people.
neighborhoods is living an
it's
animal
lions,
lifestyle.
well, shit.
It's a state of nature.
Lions, tigers, bears, niggas, and white people.
That's one thing I don't understand. White people have been the most destructive people in the history of the world.
Yes.
And they trick people into thinking
They
we're
are an
violent.
invasive species.
We just fight each other.
Think about it. What is
That's our problem.
what is an invasive species? It's a species that goes into a new environment and destroys the habitat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Name a place that was not touched by white people that is the same. They fucked up Africa. They fucked up India. They fucked up America. They fucked up Mexico when they landed. They fucked up the Caribbeans when they landed. They fucked up South America when they landed. Where they put their foot, they destroyed. And this is not from the Hotep shit. This is just from, I love history. If you look at history, when white people put their hands on shit, they fuck it up. But at the same time, they
put a structure on it.
Exactly.
But it'd be a fucked up structure.
Yeah.
But they know
it'd
how
be
to
a
work
working
it.
structure.
Yeah, that's what
like,
it is.
How to solidify power.
This is going to be an exclusive. Because I've been trying to word it, how I was going to make this into a post or something. But we got the better end of the stick. Our ancestors got the better end of the deal. And looking back, because you always got to look back at history with a hindsight, we got the better end of the deal. The slaves who came over in the Atlantic slave trade in the long term was beneficial to all parties. Because the scramble of Africa is way worse than slavery. Well, then the North American slave trade, because what people got to also understand is the Muslims had us enslaved long before the white people did, and they did way more worse shit to us. Not saying we praise the white people, because you just heard me call these niggas an invasive species. It's just that.
I think it's deeper than that. I do agree.
It's just that, like, the way I'm saying is, you got the ones who left and the ones who stayed. But I believe the descendants of the ones who stayed and got caught up in the scramble of Africa got it worse. So because of what that scramble entitled.
So I guess I'm having a really tough thing with identity, as like a clear descendant.
Oh, we can talk about this.
Those slaves, right? Well, hold on. As a descendant, like it doesn't feel like we got
the short end of the stick.
Yeah, no.
The better end of the stick.
Yeah,
I know.
You know
I know. And so, are you one of those people who believe we was kidnapped from Africa?
Not really. I think we were sold into slavery.
Yes, we were sold by other black people.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the black diaspora didn't exist back then. So it's like, I don't see you as another black man. Mm-hmm. I would be Fulani. You would be Yoruba. We're two different groups of people. So we see each other as two different sets of people. So it's like me having your slaves. Mm-hmm. I just have Yoruba slaves. I don't have another black man as a slave.
I see what you mean.
So it's easy for me to go sell it to Niger white ass.
Right.
Because I don't see you.
He's already become property.
Yeah, I don't see you as me. I see you as something other.
Wow, that's actually really cool. Mm-hmm.
That's how it was easy for them to buy slaves. It's because all the Western tribes was always warring. Africa is more diverse. It's more diverse groups in Africa than there is in anywhere else in the world, and they live in such close proximity to each other. Mm-hmm. That's why I say the scramble of Africa was worse, because you're now putting those two warring tribes together and calling them one people. We're not one people. Now you're creating war between these two people because you're trying to force them to be one.
And our identity is completely
when we came over here, it's like they stripped us of all of that.
Right.
You're no longer Yoruba. I'm no longer Fulani. We're now black man.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, that's a very interesting way to look at it.
So it's like we are forced.
You're looking at the thought process more than just the actual physical work that happened. I get what you're saying. You think the mental side.
And we can't look back. We have to look back on how they thought then. We can't look back on how we think now. And now we think, I wouldn't sell you into slavery. You are my fellow black man.
Okay.
Yes. That wasn't the same.
Yeah,
I think that ties into something I've been like kicking around for a minute. DNA tests.
I don't believe him.
I don't either.
I don't believe him.
How do
I don't believe him.
I'm sorry. I just don't. How do they know? And
exactly.
How can it be verified? And
now
I don't know enough to like. Are each one of these DNA tests owned by the same company? Because what I would want to do, one, I don't really want the government. I don't want them having that like genetic information because you sign your rights away. So that's on one side of it. But
sorry to cut you off. Only way they can. I just want to throw this in there.
Mm-hmm.
Only way they could prove to me that the whole DNA shit is real is if they can explain it through the mitochondrial mother. Because we all share the same mitochondrial mother, and she was in Africa. She's not the only one who had mitochondrial DNA, but let's say it was about 20 mitochondrial mothers at the time. which means the mitochondria is the DNA that's passed solely through females.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like we can't pass it on, but they pass it on to us.
Mm-hmm.
And there's only one that connects all humans. But at her time, she was one of many.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like her descendants
I
populated
see
the
what you mean.
world.
Gotcha.
So the only way they could prove the whole DNA shit to me is if they can somehow explain it with that, because I know that is solid fact.
Right. Okay. Yeah, but no, like I'm just like I don't know, but I tied that in by asking like, how do you think that the black identity is threatened by being able to trace your roots to those conditions before the diaspora, where it's like we saw each other as those individual tribes and not like as a black people. Does it threaten it? Is it like a legitimate threat, or is it just like it's whatever? Because I do agree that like there was that
connection that I didn't even realize until now. It would have been easier for black people to grasp that whole concept if we just thought about the way the Native Americans. The Shoshone is not like the Cherokee.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I see what you're saying, the diversity and all the different clans.
If they warred with the Shoshone and had Cherokee slaves,
and we just like,
and the white man came over, let me buy them slaves, I'll give you these 300 guns. Shit, get the motherfuckers up out of here.
Yeah.
So we would have thought of it like that. It's like it's the same shit. But I think it would strengthen the roots if they was accurate.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because black people who are cut off from Africa,
Mm-hmm.
I call it the Great Connection, because the slave trade, I don't really like calling it that. It's the Great Disconnection. So I think that we merge together because we don't have nothing to connect to. I think we have some kind of grounded roots that we knew was a fact.
Mm-hmm.
It would make us stronger for the future. But it's just verifying if they're facts or not.
so.
Because it's like, then I got to think about it. Would I rather, because it was a point in time where every girl, I'm not going to say every black girl, a lot of black girls was putting like from Egypt and shit in their bios and shit. Like, it was like to the dawn of Instagram. The dawn of Instagram was not the start of Instagram. The dawn of Instagram, I would have to say, was like between 2013 and 2016.
Mm-hmm.
When Instagram was like, you checking your Instagram before you check anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
And when you click on a girl page and she'll have foreign, Egyptian, or some shit in her damn bio. I would prefer that over, I would prefer, knowing what actual tribe you descended from.
I don't think I would care. Like, I would, don't get me wrong, but it's hard enough to be black and American. I ain't finna add another, like,
And then it's like,
I'm just like, man.
And then it's like, when you got to think about it coming over here, it really don't matter now, because we are the best that there is, as far as human-wise. And because humans straight out of Africa have no Neanderthal DNA, no Denisovan DNA. They are most likely, well, shit, ain't no most likely, 100% human, or 99.9, the closest it gets to Homo sapien. Europeans, Asians, their ancestors have interbred with Denisovans and the Neanderthals equally, to where their DNA is like 13% Denisovan or 13% Neanderthal, shit like that. They're not 100% human.
Mm-hmm.
So they take us from Africa and then put the strongest with the strongest and breed them.
Mm-hmm.
What happens when you breed dogs, the strongest of the strongest of the dogs? You get stronger dogs.
Mm-hmm.
We are the strongest of the strongest dogs.
Mm-hmm.
I see what you mean.
That's why
not even like
our athletes outshine other athletes in the world.
That is actually...
I got you.
You know what? That is a very unique perspective. I honestly never thought about that.
You can take one of our athletes and put them anywhere in the world and they will dominate. And you can even say Usain Bolt, because Usain Bolt, I don't think he's from Africa. I think he's from one of the Caribbean islands. He's Jamaican. Still what was once slave owned.
That's actually... So you're saying that, like, because
we was bred for this shit.
We were literally, like, they thought they were breeding us for work. They were breeding us
to dominate.
That's actually weird.
Dominate and keep us docile.
I like that whole mind process of that whole thought process. Like,
to make it stronger.
Yeah, I like that.
No, selective breeding was legitimate. Yeah, that's.
And then it's like, it also adds more to this is something Michelle Hope said. Michelle Hope is a sex expert. Was on a Horrible Decisions podcast. She was on the Breeding Is before too, but she was talking about the sexualization of black men by other races. Mm-hmm. How other races automatically assume we have a big black dick.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And
how, well, one of the ways she put it was, what is a black gun? A phallic object that takes life. What are most guns? Black. Yet black men use guns to kill, and what does a black dick do? Shoot life. So we use black guns to take life, and our black dicks to shoot life.
That sounds...
Okay, I'm gonna be. I feel like that's kind of reaching. And
Yeah,
the reason I
that's
say is
reaching.
because, nigga, it's dark. I need a black gun. I ain't gonna be out here with no white
That
pistol.
fucking pink ass.
Yeah, would you want me out here with a white pistol?
Go in the
No.
dark?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
that's-
Well, it was better when she said the shit.
I
No,
bet
I-
it was.
I-
The fuck? She sound like Dr. Savy.
She would have had to sell it because
I gotta go piss. So hold on, y'all talk among
For
yourselves.
sure. I feel like that was a little bit too. That was reaching.
You tried it. You tried.
Good try.
I'm gonna insert the clip.
You get a C for effort.
What's that timestamp? Say that timestamp for me, Nadia. I'll write it down when I come back.
She was reaching.
Yeah, that's definitely reaching. I'm sorry. I don't agree. I'm sorry. Give me one moment.
No, you're good.
Okay. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's been a minute since me and you had to just
Yeah,
talk.
man.
I'm gonna be
What's
honest with
going
you,
on?
man. What's going on? I'll be telling people my stories, and I'll be like, man, only if Mark was here to verify.
Right. Yeah, man.
For real. I mean,
What you been up to outside of here?
you know what I'm saying?
You got a call center?
Yeah, I work 2 jobs now. Call center in the morning, warehouse at night.
That's decent money.
I mean,
It's a lot of work though. Full time at both or part time?
Full time at both.
Ooh, burning at both ends.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I be calling off jobs.
Yeah.
Like, I be tired in the motherfucker. I be calling off.
Which one is your main job?
It's supposed to be the warehouse.
But sitting down in the call center is nice.
Yeah, that call center is way better, and I feel like I'm doing just me. You know what I'm saying? That call
Man,
center.
it's a great conversation.
Yeah.
God damn.
No, I'm just kidding.
But
Because I thought of an episode title while I was up there.
what?
Drowning on our way to Africa.
Right.
Oh my goodness. I like how that tie together. I like that. But yeah, I'll be in my own little zone in that call center. You know what I'm
Which
saying?
one is it?
It's the
You work at a
one-
call center?
Yeah, I work at a call center in the morning and
Nigga, I do
warehouse
not want to
at
hear
night.
your voice. Can I get extension on my sprint bill? Yeah.
No. I'm
That's
actually
your
very
calling.
professional. I'm very professional.
What's your professional voice?
Call into that number and find out.
Text me the number. I'm gonna call tomorrow. It's Monday.
finna get somebody
I'm
in.
off the clock. I don't do I don't do work off the clock.
Hey, let me speak to Nigel.
No,
What
they
it is,
call
though,
her
nigga? What up?
people.
Hey, this your nigga Nigel. What it is? What you need?
Hey, what if you do call the call center and get your homeboy?
Oh, that's what I'm doing on my last day. I'm calling. I'm like, earphone. I'm like, what's good? What's good, bitch?
Oh, you know what? On my last
Oh, you got
day,
the call center here? Yeah. I'm like, thanks for calling Charles. What do you want?
and I think my last day gonna be.
Say fuck it up. You said what?
My last day probably gonna be at the end of the year because I could keep my job once I leave, and like come back after training. But it's like I ain't gonna want that job. I'd be a college graduate with
I think you should have been left that job.
They're the only ones who work on my school schedule,
Then you should stay there.
and that
You
for the
should
last
stay
3
there.
years,
Yep.
after getting fired for being black from my last job in Cape, and then come to St. Louis and being able to work with an all black staff where I can be myself,
Mm-hmm.
and they working with me for the past 3 years.
Yep.
Let me work with y'all.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ain't hard to get hours. Just call my boss and let me come. Let me
Where
just.
is this?
Advanced Auto. I'm a manager at Advanced
Oh,
Auto.
there you go.
And it's like I already got the car
That's what the
knowledge.
ones that brought you.
Mm-hmm.
Got you this far. Ain't no need to leave unless you have to. But no, what I wanted
After
to mention.
college, you leave.
Oh hell yeah!
You need some real money.
I don't see myself having a full time job ever though.
Not a traditional full-time job.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
be.
like that.
It have to be the position of a lifetime.
Okay. I see
Like,
what you mean.
You need something that's gonna be a career. That's
like
what
what I mean. What I mean is, when I always see myself, I see myself as a Quentin Tarantino, a Tyler Perry, a Christopher Nolan. For an experience of a lifetime for them would have to be like the director of the Avengers movies, Feige. We assign you
I
on.
did not know that's how you pronounce his name.
Yeah, we assign you on for the next 8 years to direct these movies.
Okay.
That's what I mean by the position of a lifetime.
Gotcha.
Like those kind of things.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want nothing else tying me up. So I can see myself doing a series of part-time jobs, part-time screenwriting here, writing there, doing this and this and that here. But as a full-time, until I get that dream position, I'm not settling.
That is wonderful.
I can't.
As long as your life can work for it, do it. That's what that. That's what's up.
That's why I chose part-time when it comes to even the service.
Yeah.
Timestamp that too. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. We're going to just make this. I'm going to the damn National Guard.
I'm gonna be honest.
But how does that work? Does that not count as selling?
Part-time job.
Wait, I'm sorry. Is that the part-time job?
That's another part-time job.
Oh, what?
Out of all the military branches, the reserve and the guard are the part-time jobs.
Oh, okay.
It's just the guard you get the more money of because you're getting in-state. Like when it comes to school, you're getting in-state and government.
Are you gonna have to swim?
No,
Okay.
no,
I'm just
no.
checking.
I've asked.
Yeah,
I've
okay.
asked already.
I'm just.
That is hilarious.
I've asked. That was
Are
one
you
of my
gonna have
first
to swim?
questions. That was one of my first questions. Was do I have to swim? They was like when it
Kinda
comes
like,
to
bro,
when it comes to certain missions, they're gonna ask, can you swim or not? And I'm like, boom.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I mean, because basic training is a thing. Though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I feel like they lied to you. Because I feel.
I thought you had to know how to swim.
I got
in
people
Is that
all
a
branches.
requirement?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought you had to learn in
There's
all
some
branches.
shit
Nope.
happening. You ain't gonna need to swim.
It's not a requirement for basic. That's why we got. That's why we have a whole water branch. Now, if you go to that water branch,
Where the mother swimming niggas at? Where the mother swimming?
if you go to the water nation, yeah. If you like the Navy and shit, yeah, swimming is an option. Like swimming is a mandate.
How did the Water Nation lose to the Fire Nation?
I get what you say. But
The Fire Nation
is
has-
aggressive.
Yes.
They
All they
are
had to do
aggressive,
was,
bro.
All they had to do was boom. You ain't got no ground.
Well, the
Have
way
you ever opened-
no.
No.
It's the way the writers did that. It's the reason why there's
True.
Water Tribe, Fire Nation, Earth Kingdom, Air Nomad.
What they got to do with the ground they stand on?
What happened when Europe, the nation of the UK, came over here to the tribes of the Indians?
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying now?
I get how they
I see,
did it.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was just they kind of just put something together.
Not
They
that many
based it
people.
off of
Not that many
something.
people working together.
Yeah, I got you.
But that was only the Southern Water.
But even then, my
Even
Even the
nigga,
Northern Water
put the
Tribe,
fire out. You
the
got
Northern
the,
Water
you got
Tribe
the
would be
essentials
the.
to do it.
I'm
Well, the
saying,
Northern Water.
big-ass
Think about it
all
this
y'all
way.
can swim.
Think about it this way.
Giant wave.
Think about it this way. The Northern Water Tribe, which was the bigger city, would just be one of the Aztec cities that still got swept through by the conquistadors.
Okay. So I want somebody to do what would actually happen if this happened in the real world. Like if waterbenders use their actual defenses. I'm like, oh y'all.
I mean, if they were smart enough, them niggas would have never got their ship closed.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Everybody
Yeah.
get on the coast.
When nobody-
Exactly.
Count to three.
When nobody
And
watching?
look, if you seen in Naruto War, all the Earthbenders made a big ass wall. But Earth style users, not Earthbenders, made a big ass wall. So y'all can't make a big ass wave and just knock them ships away.
That's what I'm saying. You can literally just turn this ship around. And be
I don't
like,
even-
no, y'all not finna invade.
I want to know about the night they.
No, y'all not.
Yeah, it's that simple. I don't know.
I want to know about the
They
night
was
they got
some
to drop
bitches,
on
I
the
guess.
air nomads. Like these niggas is up in the clouds. Y'all can't just knock this shit down.
Not if I. Well, you need a net for them. You gotta drop a net on them.
No, like
Where y'all
if
going?
I'm knocking fire at you, you just can't win that shit away.
Yeah.
Win that shit back to you.
What you do is just take.
Aang made niggas fall over hella times.
If they would have made.
So if you pushing
This wind finna trip your ass,
so
nigga.
look, no, if you pushing fire this way and I'm pushing wind back to you, it's just gonna like
Have you
ain't
seen-
make sense.
Have you seen Legend of Korra?
You ever threw water at the fan?
Yes. I too was.
And
child
yes,
once.
Legend of Korra is actually to me better world
Well,
better
here's what I
world
asked, though.
building than the original series, but the original series is the better story.
But like, okay,
I really like Legend of Korra stories.
here's why I asked though.
I do because of how that twist of how she became bisexual before it became like real big for everybody to be gay.
I think J.K. Rowling wrote that too.
Really?
No, I'm just playing. No, she's like
Because I believed her for a second too.
Albus
I was
and
sure, like, I
Korra.
don't never remember seeing her name on the screen.
And because Korra was black. I mean,
J.K.
Korra was
Rowling
black.
revealing
Korra-
stuff that nobody need to know. Snake
Wait.
had a drug problem. We got on it.
Korra wasn't black. She was Pocahontas color.
Oh, that's racist.
Is it?
It's racial. it meant to be.
Let's go with that.
But no, so you remember how Zahir?
Yeah.
First of all, how come all of them can't fly like that? That was dope. He didn't need no like.
Well, that's because the writers wrote themselves into a bunch. Because think about it this way. You can go with anime with this. When they made these subbendings, because there was only 4 to begin with.
Yeah.
Then they decided to make subbendings. Subbending for Earth is lava and
they have
metal.
Yeah.
When it goes to water, it's bloodbending and ice.
Right.
When you go to fire, you have lightning.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have for air?
Fart.
Nothing. So it's like, okay, what is one thing?
Bo Raicho. He mastered that one.
What is one thing that airbenders can't do?
Fly.
We can unlock flight. I can't watch shows and shit the same no more.
So you said fuck gravity.
Whenever I watch
gravity.
shit, I'm always thinking about 2 things. How it was filmed, because after a film class, it fucked me over. I can't enjoy movies no more.
Mm-hmm.
I can't look at a scene like, it's a beautiful scene. No. Why did the director choose this angle?
Well, that's deep though.
Why did they pick this setting?
When you're in that profession,
Why is the dialogue the way it's the dialogue? What are you trying to get across to me from the dialogue? I can't just go. That's one of the reasons why I can't wait for Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
It's because they spent so much time not telling the shit that I know I'm going to spend there and just break down the whole movie.
Mm-hmm.
The whole movie, like why? Why is certain shit happening? And that's because from a writer, it's like when you're writing a movie, it's hard because you're actually writing the secrets in it. So I want to know, did you think about that on your first draft, on your second draft, or on the third draft when you like 3 a.m, kind of drunk? You know what? Page 69. Put that dagger behind his back instead. And then make him draw it out.
I get what you're saying.
Like, the little shit that happens in movies, it's either made on the set or made in the script.
I got you.
And that's the kind of shit I be trying to uncover.
Figure out. I would too. I
I
break all that down every single time.
And animation is a little bit better because of the fact that sometimes it's not the writer who's animating. Mm-hmm. So now Nigel has to animate my story. Do Nigel catch all the secrets that I wrote in my script? Mm-hmm. If he did, how is he showing those secrets?
Right. But for screenwriters, though, they basically sell the content. They don't have control to decide who directs their work.
And that's why with the 2 stories, I'm going to tell you 2 stories after we get out recording. Because since knowing one of the things you like is black sci-fi, mm-hmm. I've been told this semester by a literature student who's studying this shit that I'm a black sci-fi writer.
Dope.
So I'm going to run 2 stories by you, see how they sound.
Mm-hmm.
But from the 2 stories that I'm focusing on, because I have to write 2 feature-length films by the end of my graduating year. That's my for my professional SEMA. Okay. But that's my requirement for myself for my professional portfolio.
Yeah, no, that sounds so dope.
Mass communication, television, and film.
Oh, okay.
And other people are going to graduate with a reel of films they do. I don't want to actually be the cameraman doing the shot.
Right.
I either want to create the image or help the person see my image and just be backseat.
Yeah. No, like Shondaland is legit because she's a screenwriter, and Shondaland. It's basically the world of her 3 shows: mm-hmm. Grey's Anatomy, How to Get Away with Murder, and Scandal. Mm-hmm. And
see, I've been wanting to get into Shondaland. It's just that she's so deep into it now. I know I can't just jump in.
It's not even it's just the mere fact that she's a writer, and these 3 shows are 3 of the biggest shows that have ever showed on TV.
Yeah.
3 and it came from a single mind. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's just a very, very cool. Like that's her. I mean, because what is a writer but a world creator? You know what I mean?
True.
You create the lives.
The way I always see my imagination literally is a hallway. each door is just a different world.
Yeah, and that's really cool. And it's like Shonda, legitimate, like she has so many people accepting her world and wanting, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot like
The person who called me
like, I can't wait to see that show, nigga.
The person who called me she called it an Afro. I'm gonna actually FaceTime when we're done to see the exact name, but I think it's like an Afro scientific writer or some shit.
Yeah.
She is a fan of Shondaland. She loves Grey's Anatomy.
Afro scientific writer?
It's a specific name for me, and I just found it out because she's in the class now, and they're going over it.
Afro? What is...
It's basically a black writer that the majority of their stories, or it's a black scientific writer, and the majority of their stories are about African Americans or Africans or black people in these scientific worlds or in these worlds, and the black character.
Is that her name? I can't pronounce her last name. It's like Nettie. Oh
no, but screenshot that.
Yeah,
Let me see that.
She's legit. But yeah, no. So the reason I asked about Airbender was, do you remember how Zahir killed or how he tried to suffocate Korra?
Yeah, same way he did.
Wind tunnel?
Same way wasn't the same way he did the Earth Queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why can't they like create an oxygen mask around their face and just take the oxygen out of like everywhere else?
Maybe it's difficult to do that. Yeah,
you got a point.
But they do go through intensive
I mean, because you got two hands, and everybody got two hands.
And then it's like, and knowing, I want to know, here's what I want to know. Now that you say that, Aang was a master of airbending.
Mm-hmm.
I know why Aang wouldn't have used that, but did he know how?
He made the little thing.
Because Aang was a monk, so of course he couldn't even kill the Fire Lord, which... If it was any other nation, nigga would have got the
on me, bro. On me,
boot.
On me,
nigga would have got executed, nigga.
Yeah, flat out.
As a kid show, though, I really do love how they didn't hoe out his character. They didn't do it to the power of friendship. None of why he couldn't kill him. None of that shit.
He was about to.
He had a real. He had a real, legitimate reason why.
True.
It was against his religion. Okay, cool. I'm not gonna force you to do nothing you don't want to do.
But I did meet this lion turtle who showed me.
Did I tell you I like that religion too?
That's the religion we should all be living by.
On me.
Speaking of which, that's
just
one thing
so happened I just got into
That's one thing I wanted to bring. I've been thinking about this earlier. It's a new religion I'm gonna start.
True religion.
The way of the wave master.
Oh my goodness.
We all praise wave god Rashad.
Oh my goodness.
That's against my religion.
Yes, I'm a dreadhead, so it's definitely against my religion.
We all praise wave god Rashad. He is the drip master.
Nah, because who got time for do-rags? Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That is our holy hats. That is our holy hats. It's two types. It's
Bruh,
tailless.
they created.
Y'all still paying taxes.
They created wave hoodies, bro. Like,
are you serious?
Yes, bro.
He was like, I know what I want in my stocking.
Oh my god. Yes,
that would be the best birthday present ever, actually.
Oh my god.
My birthday on Christmas, so when we drop our Christmas episode, y'all niggas better listen.
Bro, that shit is crazy. I said y'all doing too much for these waves.
But like I said, we all worship.
Upside down.
Bro, they have wave capes.
All right,
wave capes.
We all worship wave god Rashad. All hail the drip master. When too many wave head niggas link up, we create what is called the tidal wave.
Drip master.
It is what is it's adjacent to communion prayer. When we all link up, we create the tidal wave.
So
we do the wave salute. We take our brush, you know what I'm saying, and just, you know, what's up.
So if y'all all got y'all do-rags on at the same time, is that like Cerebro?
No,
yes. It's just like
become one.
No, it's
like
just
the Power Rangers.
It's just like if you go. It's like if you go to Afghanistan
when
or whatever.
5 different color
and you
wave
see everybody
caps
walk
in the
around
room.
with their little turbans and their little religious hats. You know, the same thing.
What
made me think about this? What made me think about this? I ain't gonna lie. What made me think about this is, so throughout this whole little Nipsey Hussle week and everything that's been happening with these conspiracy theories, I ended up stumbling across a video of a girl who was going off on a college police officer because a white dude had a MAGA hat on and it made her so uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. And one of her things is, what if I come here tomorrow wearing a turban? Y'all gonna be looking at me like I'm crazy. Y'all gonna be saying y'all gonna have a fucking issue with that. And I'm sitting here looking around in the room that I'm reading this. I go to what black people would call, and I hate this term, a PWI. Got Public White Institute.
Okay.
A public university.
Okay.
I don't like the term because it's not like you couldn't apply.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a public white institute. You just ain't apply.
All right.
That's it. That's it. It's you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like we can't get in.
Yeah.
You just ain't apply. So I fucking hate that damn term. But so as I'm watching this video and she's talking about what if I came in here with a motherfucking turban on and all sorts of kind of shit, I look around me and I got my do-rag on. I'm in the cafeteria. Nigga next to me got my do-rag on. 3 niggas got different colored do-rags on. And I'm like, okay. It might be a reach, but I'm going to stretch this shit. You can say to the black community, our do-rags are our turbans. There are burqas, our scarves, all of that shit that we wear on our head.
Okay, look, I feel like you just took a do-rag conversation too serious. Fuck y'all niggas with these waves.
Even with the dread
Fuck them wave
even
caps.
with the niggas with dreads that wear shit on their head.
See, but it's not all inclusive though, because my name is Mark and I can't rock a do-rag. Like, I cannot go out in public in a do-rag.
You're not part of all brown people ain't Muslim.
That's true. You know, it just doesn't matter.
All black people don't work. All black people ain't a wave master.
I don't know no Mark wearing a wave cap.
Exactly.
I do.
Mark Cooper? No, none of them.
Is his name Marcus and he just go by Mark?
No, his name is actually Mark. My nigga name is Mark.
He spell it with a C.
Can't even lie. This Mark was one of the coolest niggas I know when I was working at Levi. Like, you know, just looking at a nigga like, that nigga hella cool.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's a nigga in my warehouse job. Like, I looked at
That's
him.
a cool ass nigga.
He told me one thing. I said, hey, I know that nigga cool.
Well, that's a cool ass nigga.
He told me how easy the job is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's all. I said, oh, the way he talked.
Hell, this nigga named Mark.
Oh, all right.
That's not me,
Yeah, that ain't you.
I'm
His name not supposed to be Mark. That's supposed to be Devontae.
It's like he let his mama name him.
He let his mama name him.
His daddy name was Mark though.
His mama name was Marcus, but his mama slept with another Marcus, so she just shortened it to Mark.
That's hella funny. But no, I don't know about the whole religion thing. I mean, hey, I support Wave Day. I think down at
I support Wave Day. That's our Christmas. That's the day Rashad Blake came down to bless us out with the drip.
Let's see, what's that Wave Day?
I'm supporting my religion, Wave Master, man. All praise Wave God Rashad, the Wave Father.
So, Wave Day. It's a FAMU. I don't know what school it is. I'll have to Google that. But basically, it's where everybody who got waves just like flicking all day and they like celebrate with each other.
That's the holy day.
No, for real.
That's like traveling to Mecca.
I know you just support.
That's like traveling to Mecca. We ain't got no books, but we got grease and a brush. That's our Holy Testament.
I hate y'all.
You brush 500 times a day, my nigga.
I swear. I remember them days.
That's your prayer.
I remember them days.
I mean,
but
here's the thing.
Remember Wave
Dreads
apprentices.
Is it?
Dreads are a culture.
Okay.
It's not a religion.
Yeah, but I said,
Remember-
is it?
It's a culture.
Yeah.
I gotta give. I'm Wave acolyte. I gotta. Remember Wave apprentices. 500 times a day. That's your daily prayer. You pray to Wave God Rashad and you bless him. You ask him to bless you with the motherfucking drip.
You brush your hair 500 times a day.
Get your hair cut every week to 2 weeks. If you a
That's their
real,
workout.
if you a real wave master,
800. 800.
if you a real wave master, you cut your own hair. And if you a real wave master, you keep your hair cut at least every 5 days.
Or you just realize don't nobody care what your hair looks like and keep it pushing.
No, I ain't gonna lie. Bitches be on the waves.
Wave God Rashad.
I get away with that
blesses you.
credit. They be on the bitches be on
If
the
you do
waves.
them right.
No.
Yeah, because I've seen some.
Oh no, yeah. If you do your waves right, yeah.
Can't go wrong with a fade and some waves. I'm just saying. Let me sip my tea though.
You have like the
It's
black
spicy.
version of the John Cena. And I'm not talking about the new haircut of John Cena.
Because he can't see these waves.
The old haircut of John Cena.
Because he can't see me. That's how drip. It's such a silent drip.
Y'all know who forehead big as a mother?
Rihanna.
Have y'all seen Hotel Transylvania? Have y'all seen
And my forehead is big.
Have y'all seen Hotel Transylvania? Don't his head is shaped
You
like
talking
the
about
Rock.
Dracula?
Yeah, his head is shaped like the
I was gonna
Rock.
say his head is The Rock is playing Black Adam.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know how I feel about The Rock being a superhero, dog.
I hope
even
he
lie
mess
to
it
you.
up.
Why?
I ain't gonna even lie to
I
you.
don't really know why The Rock is big. I mean, he's a cool his movies ain't that good though. They are like
Okay,
basic
they're
action
not, but
They're basic.
They're
action.
good action movies.
no, they're not. Rampage is trash.
Okay,
Rampage.
give me 5 bad
San
Dwayne
Andreas.
Johnson movies. Give me 5 bad Dwayne Johnson movies.
Fast and the Furious, the last one. Walking
That
Tall.
wasn't even trash. That was a good action film.
You gonna talk?
Well,
Or you
you
gonna
know
let me
your taste in
finish?
movies.
You gonna talk?
You know your taste in movies.
You gonna
Oh
talk? Or
my
you gonna let me
goodness.
finish?
Go ahead. I'm telling you what's valid and what
The
isn't.
last Fast and Furious, Walking Tall,
That was not a bad movie.
The Tooth Fairy,
I will give you that.
Rampage,
Okay, I'll give you
and the one where he's a paraplegic and fucking nigga with one leg and he used his one leg to save a building.
that. There's only 4 that's valid.
That's
Walking
5.
Tall was not a bad movie.
Nigga, what?
Okay, hold on.
Walking
Just
Tall was not a bad movie at all.
Hold on, let's just find
Any
another
movie?
one.
Okay, well,
Hold on.
replace Walking Tall with any
Hercules.
movie that rock that you like.
Hercules.
Hercules.
Central Intelligence.
Central Intelligence.
The Game Plan.
The game plan.
Hobbs
No,
and
wait. Stop on the game plan.
Okay, I actually didn't see
Hayden
that.
Panettiere Tiara was cute. She was a cute little kid.
No, that has the same cloud as Tooth Fairy. Stop. If you're gonna
Damn,
put
she was in the movie.
yes,
too.
it's the
Fighting
same
with the
cloud as
Fairy.
Tooth Fairy.
The Scorpion King.
That was trash. I'm sorry, Scorpion King was trash.
Rundown.
Okay, it
Run into
wasn't.
the center of the earth too.
Wait.
That was not bad. I actually enjoyed
those.
That was not bad.
Wait. Scorpion King wasn't bad in the terms of it added on.
It not being good.
No. If you look at the Mummy Returns too, that mummy's face was the Rock.
Right, I get
We
that.
know
So
that.
it's like
But he didn't.
But
deserve
that's
to
why
be
they
moved.
did the Scorpion King.
exactly.
It was a spinoff.
It just kind of put a little backstory
Okay,
to
cool.
it.
No.
I had the video
Okay,
game
cool.
on Game
No.
Boy.
Keep that
It
one.
wasn't
It was
bad.
I'll swap that with Race to Witch Mountain.
Boom.
That wasn't that. Okay, yeah, it was. Yeah.
Be Cool. Never heard about that.
So
I ain't never seen
you think
Be
if I would
Cool.
have replaced The Rock with Will Smith, it would have been? Will
Yes,
Smith,
I would have. Yes, if you would have replaced The Rock with Will Smith, it probably would have been better.
But hey,
but the thing is, The Rock.
But he a wrestler.
The Rock
That's
ain't-
a good ass.
The
career
Rock
for him.
ain't half the actor that Will Smith is.
No, he is not.
now I will give it up to Dwayne Johnson for knowing how to capitalize.
It's two
Yes.
things.
And he put his cousins
Get those
on. He
checks.
have cousin. His cousin was
respect
in
that.
wrestling. He had the belt for a while.
But
he put his cousins on.
He's not getting the Oscar. He's not going for the Oscar.
No,
He's
he's
like,
he
I'm
going for
trying
the
to-
fun.
He going for the. Come on,
He's going for the fun.
I'm having fun. This
I don't
is my
think that.
job.
I don't think that. I think if you think about it like a game, he's going for the nigga. He's going for the award for the nigga who's on the court at least scoring the most.
Scoring the most makes you the best.
It
I'm
don't.
gonna be honest. Being on the court scoring the most makes you the best.
In the terms of actors, think of it as a different game.
I think he got his bro.
Think about it this way. For every good movie, it's like 5 points. For every movie you just in is 1 point. Now I'm in 6 just movies I'm just in, but you just put out that one good movie.
Here's the thing, though. It's the fact that Dwayne Johnson is still very, very well liked and marketable. So they're gonna keep putting him in. He like, hey, I want
Like Kevin Hart. Him and Kevin Hart is the same neck and noodle when it comes to these movies.
They working
But
together
the thing is,
a lot.
after watching that damn Joe Rogan interview with Kevin Hart, I respect him a lot more because his work ethic is crazy.
Yeah.
And if I had that, that's the kind of more work ethic I want to strive for. And he says that he's The Rock's rival and The Rock is his rival. And
Yeah,
I can
that's
see
what's up.
that
That's
with
what's
the
up.
kind of movies they putting out. Like, all right, you put out this lame ass movie, bet let me find a lame ass movie.
But it's all comedy. But I feel like as far
Yeah.
as for it being comedy, it's good.
I would not. I
But
don't
looking
think.
at it as a movie, you just be like, that shit was trash. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think in order to
It's a
take
different
Kevin Hart,
category.
in order to take Kevin Hart seriously in a drama, it would have to be a drama that weighs more than 7 pounds.
He has a movie coming
Or The
out
Pursuit of
just like
Happiness.
that.
The
Oh,
Pursuit
he
of
had
Happiness.
it's a movie out like that.
And I say that
because he's small.
He has a movie out like
no,
that.
No,
But I know,
no.
yeah.
I say that because
Yeah.
we took Will Smith from Fresh Prince, and we wouldn't have taken him as a serious actor without those two kind of movies. So taking a comedian, I can't see you as an actor until I see you in a big role.
But I don't
Watch
think
it.
he wants
No,
to be
he
there.
has a movie that is out right now.
You can't just have one.
But I'm saying this is where it starts.
Okay, what is it?
I don't know the name of it. He's taking care of an old man who's paralyzed from the neck down.
Oh, okay. I know
You know what I'm saying?
Is it good?
I haven't seen it, but my girl want to watch it, so we're going to
Okay.
watch
We'll see,
it.
because you're right. But I feel like Will Smith started as an actor, though, and even in the show, he had those.
He started as a rapper.
Well, true that. Sorry, but in that show, you still saw his acting chops. You know what I mean? As far as like
He didn't have him at first though. We gotta mention that Will Smith did not know how to act at first. All the other actors said so.
Yep.
But
he actually got the role of Fresh Prince on his last chance.
That's what makes him now acting such a good thing.
Wow. Yeah. Although I don't think he should have.
Because like, all right, I'm gonna give you this last try. All right, nigga, I'm finna take this shit and now I'm gonna run with it.
Yeah. I'm just tired of like the well, I shouldn't even say that because I know where they're happening. They're gonna keep remaking these Disney movies. I mean,
they finna turn all Disney movies into
live action.
Yeah,
that's cool.
It depends on.
I feel like a curmudgeon when I'm like, I don't want to change it, but it's like it. Come on, time passes.
Yeah, I want to see them.
Yeah.
I was in the era when they were
I definitely want to see Aladdin.
I want to be in the era when
definitely want to see Aladdin, especially now that I have a newfound appreciation of the fact that the entire movie of Aladdin is still Aladdin's one wish. Like, the twist is Aladdin's first wish is make me into a prince. Mm-hmm. So you think the genie's going to give him 3 other wishes, but he's still on the first wish because just making him look like a prince is not technically
making him a prince.
He actually goes through the process of defeating Jafar, having Jasmine fall in love with him, being next in line to marry Jasmine, is making him a prince.
It legitimizes his.
The end game is him being the prince. He still has
that.
2 more wishes.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't just him. That's the reason he courted Jasmine, because in order to be a prince,
I never looked. It was a video that shed that light to me, and I was like, God damn.
He wasn't from a royal family, so that's the only way he can be a prince.
Your first wish was make me a prince.
That's so good.
Hello? Yeah. All right. How much time y'all got?
What
time stamped that. I sent you the first one.
I'm gonna see the second one just so I can have it logged in.
Mm-hmm.
No, because our guest is actually on his way.
Mm.
And so it's like we can either record another episode, we can keep this one going.
You can always cut it in 2.
Cut it in 2?
Mm-hmm.
How much time y'all got?
Well, let's take a break now then. Since the conversation's slow, we've been talking for over an hour.
Yeah, I went 40.
That's an episode.
All right, we're gonna. It's gonna be a 2-part episode.
On me, y'all gonna enjoy this one.
Definitely. And as I just told y'all, we was gonna come back with the rest of that damn episode. This is the part 2 of Drowning on My Way to America. I'm back with Jordan.
What's the word? Jordan back in here.
All right, Jordan. What the hell was we just talking about, man?
We talking
about a lot of shit.
We talking about a lot of shit, man. We was really on that Avengers Endgame, man.
You got any theories of how our boys finna take it down, Thanos?
Bruh, they finna rush this nigga. They finna beat the brakes off the dude. Like in the first act, I feel like. Hold
on, wait. First of all, man, Avengers come out April 26th. Me and my nigga going to go see that shit April 25th. Motherfucking, make sure y'all go see that shit.
No spoil. We were trying to get no spoilers.
I'm not spoiling it, but the episode after it comes out, we spoiling it.
Hell yeah.
We spoiling that shit. We already planned the episode out. We talking about all of that shit.
Man, maybe the 27th. Like we do it. No, we can do it on a Sunday. Yeah, right on that Sunday.
That first Sunday. Damn, man. I'm gonna give y'all a week.
Just digest everything. It's gonna be big.
I'm gonna give y'all a week to watch it because me and Vic tried hard not to spoil us for y'all, but like from certain movies point on the rest of this fucking podcast, as long as you're a listener, we gonna spoil shit, man. All right.
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be spoilers.
No doubt.
And there's too many theories right now fucking with Avengers Endgame. I'm just hoping. You think the Hulk gonna be a hoe? You think the Hulk gonna be a hoe? In Infinity War, the Hulk got handled in less than like 10 minutes into the movies. That nigga got holed out.
He did not get holed out. He just got overpowered by someone clearly smarter than himself.
He is the Gohan of the Marvel universe. We expected Gohan to do big shit, right? Mm-hmm. He did his thing against Cell, but against everybody else, he holed out. Thor did his thing against Loki and his little army. Everything else, he holed out.
He did not hold out. He
was
just on break.
Okay.
They were taking their break. They was just preparing.
Okay.
And they knew Thanos was coming. They still lost, but I mean, what are you gonna do?
That was a big ass loss.
That was a big ass loss. Rest in peace, my niggas.
Rest in peace, Spider-Man, man.
My young, he got my young nigga out here.
He got my young nigga.
He's the private man.
He got my young nigga out here, man.
Out here, bro. He got him fucked up. I knew that. I knew they was gonna do it when he started dusting everybody. I knew he like no.
How you think the movie gonna go? What? Give me your first take. How you think the first part of the film finna go?
Alright, it's gonna be maybe I give it a week after the decimation area, after things just went down, after
only a week.
War shit.
I'm gonna say this before you formulate your theory. Think about from the trailers we've seen and from the last battle. Think about the battle scars. Them kind of scars don't heal in a week. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Give it like before you plan this out. Think about that.
Because they're going to take a minute planning.
That was in a theory I seen earlier, and it was like, as a filmmaker, as a film writer, I'm like, okay, you got a point. Damn, if I'm filming it, I can't just go in giving everybody a fresh face, because it's like, okay, when the hell did this kick off?
Right.
We already know Captain Marvel was in the 90s. So, like, her whole little wearing makeup now shit, that's a good 10, 20 years from now.
Yeah, because she been out there doing her thing.
She been out in space for hellas now. Although the film just came out a few weeks ago, it's at least a good 10, 20 year gap between Captain Marvel and Endgame.
But she ain't been there.
Yeah.
For sure.
Which, they probably should have come out with Captain Marvel a couple of years ago.
They should have been. That's what I said. They should have been came out to Captain. I think one of the directors for Age of Ultron said that he wanted her to show up there. He wanted her to show up in Age of Ultron, but
if I was writing it, I would have came out with Captain Marvel in like 2017. And just not showed shit about her until the Infinity War cell phone page series. The same movie, and it's like this. Okay, listeners, this is looking back with hindsight, like we just talked about. This is looking back with hindsight as a screenwriter. I would have came out with Captain Marvel in 2017, same movie, same everything. But that way, when that pager signal hit in Infinity War, you knew who he was calling. And just added a little bit more build up.
Added way more layers.
Because you ain't seen this bitch since 2017. Added way more build up to 2019.
Who do we have 2017? We had Captain America. No, was that 2017, 2016? No,
Did Thor Ragnarok come out in 2017?
Yeah, 2017 was Thor Ragnarok, Spider-Man, and Guardians of the Galaxy.
And I know Spider-Man Homecoming takes place after Endgame.
After Civil War.
After Endgame. Spider-Man Homecoming that comes out this year?
No, Spider-Man Far From Home.
Far From Home.
That's the second one. The first Spider-Man.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. So that takes place after Endgame. When does that come out?
That comes out July.
I haven't been interested in Spider-Man since Tobey Maguire.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
But do you like the new kid? Tom. I fucks with Tom.
I don't know if I like him because I've only seen him in Endgame.
In what, Infinity War?
I mean, shit. Yeah, in Infinity War. I'm a little I'm drunk from the last part one of this episode, y'all. This is about 45 minutes into after part one, so you know, whatever.
My man's got it.
We putting this all together though.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna listen.
Regardless. Yes, sir. Yeah, bro. I fucks with Tom. Like he's I can say
I like him because of the fact that I am a big Spider-Man fan.
Yeah.
I'm a big Spider-Man fan of the Spider-Man cartoon that would specifically come on. I don't even know if you about a few years older than me. Mm-hmm. It would come on Gen X.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Bro, Spider-Man's my favorite superhero.
Like that specific 90s Spider-Man cartoon where he turned into the little 8-legged with the actual hair Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. That Spider-Man cartoon.
I fucks with that. That's the classic.
The for real 90s where he was dating Felicia and had to worry about Mary Jane.
That nigga was cheap.
Well, my nigga had for real problems.
Yeah, real nigga problems.
Well, when my nigga turned into a spider, Blade came out of nowhere with the electric sword. Like, nigga, it's time to exterminate. I'm a fan of that Spider-Man.
Yeah. On me. I say my favorite Spider-Man cartoon was Spectacular Spider-Man. That I could say was probably the best because they fleshed out. It had actual character development. It's like one of those Teen Titan-esque shows where it has actual development of the characters. I fucks with that. But Spider-Man is my favorite superhero.
I would have to go back. I would have to find some more. I can go back and catch up on. I don't think I watched it. I definitely know for a fact I watched The Amazing Spider-Man on Channel 53 though.
Spider-Man Unlimited. Spider-Man Unlimited. Did you see that one too?
I think so. I know I was watching them on it was like Gen X did the little when Disney tried to do their whole little proactive channel.
Yeah. Oh man. They was going hard for that shit too. It was going on.
You remember when all these fucking kids channels tried to go active?
Yep.
Only successful one was probably Nickelodeon. Yeah. Because Nickelodeon stopped showing shit for like a whole motherfucking day. So you can get your ass outside.
Just to do that shit. Just to go outside. Get active. Get acclimated. No cartoons.
And the thing about Nickelodeon when they did it wasn't just on one Nickelodeon channel.
Mm-hmm.
You can click fucking on another Nickelodeon channel. It was like, oh shit, they said the same shit.
Yeah, that's like 3 Nickelodeon channels, bro.
Yeah. And that made niggas cook to Disney.
Disney. Out of the 3, which is your favorite? Cartoon Network, Disney, and Nick?
Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
When it comes to, because I got to think about what it comes to as a writer. I got to think about what it comes to giving influence to my imagination. Mm-hmm. Definitely Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network has the biggest influence on my imagination.
And it got 2 whole networks, that and Adult Swim.
Then 3, Boomerang.
And with Boomerang, I miss Boomerang, bro. I miss cable. And they got cable no more. I got Fire Sticks and Netflix and shit.
I miss Boomerang because I was actually a fan of Johnny Quest.
Johnny Quest was cool.
And that's because my mom and my uncle grew up on Johnny Quest. And it's like, Johnny Quest was that nigga, dog.
Oh, God. I fucked with Johnny Quest. They had SWAT cats.
I ain't like that shit.
You ain't like SWAT cats?
I don't like talking animals.
Yeah, you told me that.
I am highly against talking animals.
With anthropomorphic animals?
Especially when it's more than one. Like, that's one of the things that threw me off about Dragon Ball Z was that some of the citizens was like a tiger with a suit on, a fucking bear.
It'd be random as hell.
Yeah, a bear with a flannel. Like, what the fuck is this shit?
No one does see this shit.
That's one of the reasons why I literally can't get into One Piece.
It's not that many though.
I know. It's just the fact that that's one of the reasons why I can't. Like, once I see talking shit, it's like, are you going to explain it? Okay, no, they can just. Okay, you know what? I'm out.
But how One Piece handles it, One Piece deals heavily with racism and discrimination. That's amazing.
I do like that. I will admit, I do like that. So
you see the talking fish, the fishmen, they call them black people, highly discriminated against.
I like that because it at least explains why.
Yep.
Dragon Ball Z does not explain why.
It's just out of nowhere,
it's a turtle nigga or a fucking tiger nigga in the audience of the world tournament. Where he come from?
Oh God, bro. Ain't be the whole president like y'all let this.
Where the fuck this nigga come
He
from?
got a whole his people ain't like he got a whole different style of running his shit. Like what the fuck? That's funny as hell. So you must not like fuck with Madagascar, Lion King. But you fuck with Kimba.
I don't fuck with Kimba. But I don't like Lion King because it's a rip off of Kimba. And as a writer, I'm just like, my nigga. The reason why I do for my listeners, the reason why when I say I don't like certain shit is because I'm a writer, and it's like I honestly feel like you could have gotten. If I say I don't like it, I feel like they could have gotten more creative with the shit they picked. That's the cold honest truth. If you watch Kimba and see Lion King, you see the minimum creativity. The bare ass fucking minimum of what they was trying to achieve. And it's like, why would you go with the bare minimum when you have movies like Atlantis? Atlantis is an original. Treasure Planet is an original.
Yeah.
Y'all put y'all money behind this bullshit. But
that nigga standing on that ass real.
These are the motherfucking box office. And it's like, they put all the money behind creating them. Because I've done all the research. The money went behind making them. Mm-hmm. It just didn't go behind the promotion.
Right.
But Lion King was a B movie of that year. Whatever other A movie, I think it was Toy Story, whatever other A movie that year, sold less than the B movie. Lion King was the B movie. And it's like, it was the ripoff. That's why I don't like Lion King. It's like, not only was it the B movie, it was a ripoff, and y'all still paid more attention than the actual creative work behind the A-list movie they were trying to promote that year.
I feel you. Yeah. That's like somebody ripping. That's like somebody totally copywriting a beat, like, because there are definitely copyright laws. Because that's only
it's
so
a
similar.
Song I do not fucking like because he ripping off Michael Jackson so much, and they play it on the radio. And
melodies can only be so similar. Patterns can only be so.
What is
similar.
that damn song? Because I'm not finna promote him on my damn podcast. That's what's not finna happen. I'll tell you off air. But if y'all listen, if this is 2019, February motherfucking 7th, it's the song they keep promoting where he's ripping off Michael Jackson's. If you know Michael Jackson, you can hear where he ripping off Michael Jackson. And they play that song so fucking much. And I hate it, but I don't know the name of it, and I don't fucking care. Fuck him and that goddamn song. Fuck that guy.
Hell yeah. Hey, that's interesting though, bro. That kind of how you said, like, when you looking at movies and watching movies, you seeing all this shit while I'm listening to music. That's how people live in totally different realities, bro. Because say you walk into a basement and you got an electrician and a plumber and a carpenter or some shit. They walk down the basement. They're all seeing totally different worlds in the exact same space.
You're actually making a bigger resume for yourself. You don't even know it. And I say that because one of my lifelong dreams is to make the team and to be the team that makes the movie. So It's like
this can all be translated to a movie scene.
Well, I'm going to give you listeners who listen to the second part of this episode a little sneak peek on what the Verbal Vitamin has been working on. Me and Vic, and now we're going to recruit Jordan, we've been working on, it's going to be a web series called The Show Me. It is a sitcom series based on the lives of a group of friends in St. Louis. The Show Me State.
I fucks with that.
So if you like Insecure, it's gonna be like that. If you like Friends, it's gonna be like that. If you like Living Single, it's gonna be like that. Whatever you think is gonna be like, Fresh Prince, Martin is gonna be like that. Because of the fact that we all putting our love for all of those into this. This has been a long time coming. We're gonna come to you back when it comes to more details. But the show me is in works. Just know that.
Come get it, bro. Hell yeah.
Now, earlier in the episode, I was talking with Mark and Nigel about the chill pill. And the chill pill of this week is niggas gotta chill out on their conspiracy theories. This week's conspiracy theories was the whole Nipsey Hussle being assassinated because of his interview with Dr. Selby. Selby. I'm gonna call my nigga Dr. Smoothie because I don't believe in none of his shit. I don't care how he got listeners. Take this shit, look it up. I'm a man of science, okay?
Rest in peace, my nigga Nipsey
Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle.
Man.
Always rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. But I don't believe in Dr. CB's treatments. I'm sorry. I love y'all though, but that's not what I do.
Yeah. I don't think, as far as conspiracy go, yes, people go way too far to town with they head canon and shit, they head conspiracy and shit. But I don't think it's even about Sebi shit, whether you believe his shit or not. Oh yeah, whether you believe. Oh yes, whether you believe his shit or not, you know what I'm saying. I don't think it's completely about that. Because we know our government, however you wanna, you know what I'm saying, form them. The government is just like a buzzword for the top tier motherfuckers in power, the niggas behind the scenes. Cause it's definitely levels to this shit, bro. Cause you got the law, you got the motherfuckers enforcing the law, like the cops and shit, FBI, all them cats. Then you got political parties. Then go up a level, you got people in control of political parties. That's why, you know, I personally choose to not vote, because I don't feel like it matters, because niggas gonna always pick whoever. We have a whole electoral college.
Okay, wait. How old are you?
22.
22. So this is so 2016 was you was just turned 20. So you haven't been able to leak. You're about to turn 23. You're about to turn 22.
I'm finna turn 23 this year.
So you haven't actually been legal to vote yet.
Yeah, I vote. I'm legal.
Wait, where did you? 18, right? Yeah, 18.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. Shit, my bad.
And I didn't vote because I was like, man, fuck that shit.
In the 2016 election, that was your first election?
Was it my first election? I think it was.
Yep, it was. Because my first election was, I voted for Obama in his second term.
Mm-hmm.
And that was my first election. And I was just turned 21. I didn't vote in the last election.
Yeah.
At all.
I didn't see.
I couldn't bring myself to it.
Oh God! And it's so funny because my parents, they got on my head about it, and I told my dad up until it was time to vote, he knew how I felt about everything, and he the day came and it's like, well, still go vote, and I guess he was just trying to get mom to get off my back about it because she's scared that Trump's gonna win. I'm like, whoever gonna win, we're gonna win.
They gonna win regardless.
Like, it don't even matter, but they can't even understand like that. He called me a racist. He called me all type of shit that day. I'm like,
my grandfather did the same. My grandfather told me, do not come back into his household unless I voted.
Oh, that's some bullshit.
Yes, they was big on it, and it was
what
like,
the fuck?
I didn't vote. I was at the time. I was taking a presidential class. Well, I have to look. Let me go ahead and look.
Bro,
what I'm talking.
if you look at it,
I'm gonna look while I'm talking about it. But our teacher gave us the day off. It was a Tuesday. He gave us the motherfucking day off to motherfucking vote, and I couldn't bring myself to do it. Voting was not a. I don't like the shit. Excuse me. I don't like voting between the lesser of two evils.
On me, cause it's like
And
what's
it's like
the
Hillary, Trump, Hillary, Trump.
That's like AIDS and HIV. Which one you move?
I'ma just not choose at all. I'm good. But at the same time, I made sure I told myself I have no right to complain. I can critique, but I can't complain.
Yeah.
Cause I didn't offer my opinion to make a change.
Yeah, I haven't complained about it since.
Exactly.
And if you look at it, bro, Trump, for one thing, hasn't really done something to black people. And
exactly.
Bro, his whole run has been
But a
comical.
lot of black people do not like him. It's like he ain't really
he's
done.
nice.
He is, but he ain't really done,
he's done
nothing to
Yeah,
us.
not for real.
Except since the Central Park shit, where the rate, where the, I'm unfamiliar with the full case, but from what I think I know what I'm talking about. If y'all know the real truth, check me on it.
Yeah,
but Trump was trying to say that a bunch of black men were rapists and they raped this girl and they really didn't. Trump ain't trying to say it necessarily, but he agreed with people who was trying to say it, and it came to turn out that it was false. So it kind of proved that Trump didn't like black people. And on another case, he had these whole tenets where they was black and he wasn't really cool with that.
Yeah,
whatever. But as a president, he hasn't really done nothing against niggas as a group.
I can't say,
but I can understand why niggas don't like him.
Because he's a bitch ass dude. Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
He a bitch ass
dude.
Nigga.
Yeah, bitch ass nigga, bro. Like he has a punchable face.
Definitely. All his sons do.
Everybody in his family.
I would charge all his sons $45 a gram.
I swear to God.
Easily. $45 a gram, my nigga.
Yeah, bro. That's
only got 220s, one nigga. You ain't got a gram of weed. Get the fuck out my face, ho.
I swear to God. But if you look at it, his whole run so far has been comical, bro. It's just funny. Like, y'all really feed into it. We feed it so much energy. It's how, you know what I'm saying, we have all these complaints about the government, and yet still we give it the same power. We still go vote, march to go protest. We still feed into everything. March, feed into the dollar bill, even though that's very deep. You know, we still play a part. It's like it's all working in tandem with each other. So cut the cord. That's why I'm at. Just like, man, just cut the cord.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? You want to keep playing the game. You want to keep trying to win the game. You can't. The game is too big. It's like an ant going up against the hill. Now we need you got to go up against the hill. It's gonna happen. I feel like every generation is a test to see if we really got the balls to overthrow all this shit.
I wonder, Jordan, if life was to link up, if everybody was to link up to a computer, like an RPG, I wonder, what kind of character would you be?
I wonder that too.
You wouldn't be the thief type. You wouldn't be the warrior type either. But I feel like you'd be somewhere right in between.
Magical powers. A magician.
And I say that because I forgot. Damn, I didn't bring this up. Damn, I didn't bring this up when Mark and Nigel was here. I'm going to have to bring it up on the next episode, though.
Yeah.
But I've been naming certain types of niggas after certain superheroes in the MCU. Like, types of niggas, like how they treat the environment around them types of niggas. And from the environment, I mean the women they deal with, the situations they encounter, the jobs they have, all of that. Like, it's a type of a nigga to have that.
Uh-huh.
And from that, into I'm expanding probably the next episode.
So you certain archetypes.
Yeah. I'm a low-key type of nigga.
Type of nigga.
Type of nigga.
But type of nigga, that means king.
I'm a low-key type of nigga. And that's because low-key is mischievous.
Mm-hmm.
He's not necessarily good nor evil.
No, he's not.
But he plays for his own roles.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm one of those people who believe in helping people for your own benefits.
He's kind of anti-hero-ish.
Yeah. I would never be the hero. I can see myself being an anti-hero.
Yeah, I feel like an anti-hero.
Like, I'd save the hero, but I ain't the hero.
I ain't the hero. That's what Luffy is. He's an anti-hero.
Won't have that many archetypes where they're an anti-hero.
Oh, God.
Oh, shit, you got your do-rag on.
Yeah.
So, in part 1 of this episode, I was telling these niggas about the religion I'm trying to start.
Oh, my goodness.
It's the Wave Master religion.
Okay.
We worship Wave God Rashad.
Wave, who is Rashad?
Wave God. It's not Rashad to you. It's Wave God Rashad.
Okay.
Or the Wave Master. He is the one who blessed us all with the drip.
Mm.
The drip.
I can.
When a whole bunch, I know you seen that video of all them niggas on that college, college campus getting together with their wave caps on.
Mm-hmm. That was
we call that
beautiful.
A tidal wave. That's the summoning. You watch anime, nigga. When too many powerful niggas get together, what happens? They summon a powerful nigga. They summon Captain Planet.
Yeah.
When too many powerful wave heads get together, my nigga, we summon Wave God Rashad. He blessed us all with the almighty drip.
The almighty.
He is the Wave Father.
I can dig it, bro.
He is the Wave Master.
On me.
And what got me on this, because you know I'm genuinely atheist.
Yeah.
But what got me on this and believing this is an actual thing, it was a video I've seen throughout this week because of this whole Nipsey Hussle shit.
Mm.
Yeah, rest in peace, Nip. We gonna always say that shit. Rest in peace, Nip.
Yeah.
It was a girl who was complaining to a college officer about a little white kid wearing a MAGA hat, and she was such an uproar about it. And she was like, "So if I wore a turban, that's gonna be a problem." Yada 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 yada. And I'm like, all right. I go to what niggas at a HBCU is gonna call a public white institution.
Mm.
I don't call it that because it's just like, in my opinion, y'all might not like this. I don't give a fuck. You didn't apply. It's not a public white institution. It is a university. You didn't apply. Just because you didn't apply, don't make it a public white institution. Even if you did apply and you didn't get in, that still don't make it a public white institution. It's a fucking university.
Right.
Even in ancient times, certain people went to universities, certain people didn't. It wasn't on a skin color basis. That don't make it a public white. I just don't like the term PYI.
Mm-hmm.
I mean PWI.
PWI. I was trying to figure out what the fuck PWI is.
Public white institution. A state university.
Okay. That makes sense.
But anyway.
But speaking of, the drip religion, the wave God.
The way of the wave God.
The way of the wave God. We need a new religion, bro.
We do.
Black people, because if you must have one, we need.
This is where I was getting at. This is where I was, in the video, she was mad that a student was able to wear a MAGA hat on campus, and she was talking to the officer about, young officer, about how she was about her concerns.
Mm.
You can't really stop them from wearing that. She ended up saying, so if I wear a turban tomorrow, it's gonna be a problem. Yada yada yada.
Yeah.
That just got me thinking. Being at a quote unquote PYI, I started looking around as I'm watching this video. I am in the cafeteria wearing my do-rag. Now, my entire 4 years so far of going to SEMO, I've had many white people coming to me per year and ask me, why do I wear my do-rag?
Really?
Yes. They don't know. They don't know. They really do not know of why we wear a do-rag to maintain and condition our waves. They don't.
That is our sacrifice to the wave.
They don't know. So it's like, and when I started thinking about it, that's how if black culture was a religion, the wave cap or the wave cap with the tail, wave cap without the tail, the cap in general would be our religious hat.
Yeah, like a cross.
Same way, if you was a woman, a wave cap, you wouldn't have a wave, you would have a scarf. That'd still be your religious cap. I'm not gonna tell a black woman she can't go out in public wearing her scarf.
And if you come and snatch my shit off,
I don't give a fuck if my girl go out in her scarf.
Nope.
I don't give a fuck. It's girls who are not gonna go out in that little bonnet. I don't give a fuck. Go out in it.
Real shit. Yeah, that's what we need though.
So it's like when I see a wave cap, I see your turban. I'm not gonna tell you need to take that shit off, my nigga. Yeah. And one of the things that kind of made me think about that is not even like to make an analysis where it don't belong, but niggas like us is gonna understand. If you go to the Namek, and I say Namek because niggas already see Piccolo as being black.
Yeah.
What do the niggas got on their head?
A turban.
And what do you see the majority? When I was in that cafeteria that day, I was one of 8 niggas wearing a do-rag. So I'm like,
right, like
if we was wearing turbans, her argument is if I was wearing the turbans, it would be a problem. I'm like, they probably see our do-rags. With how many white people have asked me, why do we wear our do-rags?
That's stupid.
I don't see a problem.
Yeah, there's no problem with that.
Our do-rags, they turbans, it's the same shit.
You shouldn't be coming for that shit no way. You're not finna tell the Namekian to take off your turban.
Hey, nigga, take off your turban.
What? Oh, fuck that shit. Take off my turban. Yeah, I'm with that shit though. And that was a show on Netflix by my man's Killer Mike. I fucks with Mike. He
I gotta pee. That's better time stamp.
Okay.
Got about a minute.
The blunt's burning.
I was drinking for about 3 hours now. Hold on.
Good, buddy.
All right, boom. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, but that was an episode of what's he call it? Politically Correct on Netflix by Killer Mike, and he was, he made a whole new religion with this dude. It was funny. What's it called? It was a religion about sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was on a episode of Brilliant Idiots talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot what the fuck it's called. Sleep. It's not sleepism.
No, it's a way of
Some shit. It was something.
oh man, hold on. It's probably in my neck.
But it ain't gonna spread wide as the way of the wave master.
The wave master. Yeah, but see, we can have all that. We need new ways of being because our way of being has been inflicted.
And I'm gonna tell y'all the legend of the young, because I'm a young wave grandmaster myself. You know what I'm saying? I ain't the person who started the religion, but I am, but I ain't. But I worship Wave Master Rashad.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Wave God Rashad is his formal name.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And as Grandmaster, the religion, the way it started was young Rashad could not get no waves before, right? He donned an almighty wave cap.
Mm.
Mm. He donned an almighty brush.
Oof.
Mm. He donned the sacred grease. Mm. He donned putting a little water in his hands.
Bow.
He donned blessing his head with that water and that grease.
Bow.
He donned
Bow.
brushing his head with that brush.
Bow.
He donned
Bow.
his head with that wave cap.
Bow.
And over time,
Bow.
the tsunami formed.
Bow.
And over time, the seas rise. And over time, he turned from wave god to wave god Rashad. Amen.
Speak, preach.
And ever since that day, we praise wave
Amen.
god Rashad.
Humses in the yeah.
Whether your wave cap is violet or silk, you are still an acolyte of wave god Rashad. And don't think Rashad is a light-skinned nigga name either. He was dark-skinned.
Oh God.
He was a dark-skinned Jesus.
Praise the Lord. In his name. We
Was
wave.
wave god Rashad. The wave master.
In his name we wave.
I like that.
Yep.
His name we wave.
We gotta make that a sermon. It's gotta be a sermon on it.
In his name we wave.
That's gotta be a sermon.
And everybody
definitely,
just
bro.
take their brush and just
Yep.
whoosh right to the front.
Mm-hmm. Did you back to my man's Nip. Rest in peace again.
Rest in peace again.
No, it was such a shock because I was talking to Shanice on the phone, just chilling. I was there making a beat or something, and she just Nipsey Hussle just got shot. He's dead.
Oh yeah,
Like,
we was
what?
actually filming.
Huh?
We was recording our last episode.
I was like, oh shit.
My bad.
And it was just like a whole everything just stopped, bro. Like since then I've not been able to
really process it?
get this man's face out of my head. And I'm not even I fuss with his music, but I'm not even the biggest fan. Like there's big fans. Like my cousin, he's a big fan of Nipsey Hussle. But I always, I definitely knew him from his YouTube video
And what he was doing in the
doing,
community.
all that shit.
So how do you feel about? We was talking about this earlier in the episode. How do you feel about people saying that he's our generation's Tupac? Because I would say he's, if it comes to the bigger footprint, he has a bigger footprint than hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Because he actually has a footprint on the actual culture. Not saying he has a bigger footprint than Tupac because he has a bigger footprint on the culture. Not saying Tupac doesn't have a footprint. It's just, if Tupac is music, Nipsey was music and business and stem cell research and other shit. So it's like he's bigger than our generation's Tupac.
That's what made Tupac so great, because Tupac, it wasn't just about the music. The music was great, but it was the impact and the influence of Tupac was like everybody's big brother. You know what I'm saying? My brother, you know, he grew up during like Tupac eras, and he'll tell you like, yeah, Tupac is like everybody's like the big brother that you want. You know what I'm saying? He made that stamp. You know, with everything he was and what he said. He's a Black Panther, you know what I'm saying? So, in that respect, in that regard, I can put Nipsey up there. And that's why it's like if you believe in the law of attraction, like you get what you put out. Nipsey was the least deserving of that. He was the least deserving of that end. Like he is the.
I don't believe the law of attraction extends to that point.
Maybe, of course.
I don't believe
the
law of attraction extends to human capabilities. Mm-hmm. I mean, human interpretations when it comes to how we act.
Yeah.
And that's because it's too many people who have done unjust things in history who have not answered for them, and they never will because they're dead now. Yep. So it's like, I do not believe in karma or none of that shit, because it's like, it does not weigh out. And I'm an atheist, so it's like it has to make sense for me for it to register. I don't not believe in something just because it's a fad or just because it sounds cute. I don't believe in something because it has no scientific basis.
Mm-hmm.
And so the energy, the law of you get out what you put in is, when it comes to actions, don't really hold that much weight to me.
I feel like there's a way to translate that. You feel like it's an untruth about karma and things, or I don't like to, because I understand like spirituality and science have their many differences and shit, but honestly they're one and the same to me. They're two sides of the same coin. No, science is the study of the universe.
Right.
Spirituality is the study of you. A conduit of the universe. So I'm trying to find the ways in which these are connecting. So there's definitely a way to when I say I got into Buddhism, like after I dropped Christianity and shit, there's a scientific translation for saying chakras. There's a scientific translation for saying karma. You know, even in physics, the way you push something, there's going to be an equal force that's pushing back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You can take that to religion. You know what I'm saying? There's a devil. There's a good and evil. The good is going to push and the evil is going to push back. You know what I'm saying? That's physics based. That's going to happen. That's reality. But as far as karma, and Nipsey, he did not. I guess it was his time, but I don't think there's no reason to just call a spade right now.
I don't believe it's anybody's time. I don't, and I guess that's just because I know that time is still a human.
Time is an illusion.
Yeah, time is still a human increment. It's still a human
concept.
Yeah. So with that being said, I don't believe it's anybody's time to go.
Energy never dies. Energy is only transformed
into something else.
So Nipsey is his energy. That's what I love about like mythologies and how my mind is kind of like taking these things apart, because I'm looking at these energy signatures. All these things and all these people have a certain energy signature, because first of all, Jesus Christ, he's a fucking ripoff of Horus, the Egyptian god, the Egyptian sun god. It's a whole fucking ripoff.
Yep.
The story is the same.
One of the reasons why I got the sun tattooed on my arm.
Exactly. But the people get so caught up in the fairy tales in the book. You got to look at the energy. Okay, whether Jesus Christ is real or not, it's not the point. Look at the energy signature, because Jesus is to Horus what Horus is to what's it called? You can say Zeus or some shit. Or Zeus is to Odin. See how these energy signatures are all similar in some way. They all have a strong, prideful. Well, at least when you get to Zeus and Odin, all them niggas. But beside that point, you know what I'm saying, you don't need to get so caught up in the motherfucking fairy tale. The fairy tale is just there because you can't understand. Because the Bible is not, when I say like the Bible is some bullshit, it's just mainly because people and the people enforcing the Bible they're making the interpretation, they're skewing the interpretations because there is definitely like science, quantum physics in the Bible if you really break that shit down, but they gotta tell it like that because they're not gonna people not gonna understand
that
the science.
I'm gonna have to actually start looking into. Now that you mentioned that, I want to start looking into that for myself. So we're gonna come back to that specific thing on quantum physics being in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna come back to that on another episode. Probably an episode where we start talking, where we break down the movie. Right. I'm going to do a lot of research because now that you think about it, when you said that, it brought up certain instances. Because as an atheist, viewers, I've read the Bible. I know the Bible. I can cite the Bible. I can quote the Bible. All of that good shit. Because of the fact that I have a really religious family, and in my family, it was one of those, you have to tell me why you don't want to go to church in order for you not to go to church.
Yeah.
Other than that, put your suit on, put your Sunday get up on, and you come to church.
Yeah.
So I need to form my arguments.
Exactly. The Bible is a science book. It's not a history. It's a science book. It's even in the name. It's the Son book, the Holy Bible. As a person who has studied other religions, though, I just can't abide to it. Right.
And then knowing the history of it with my people,
it's not even necessary anymore.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's not. It's had its run because even during slavery, our people was begging and crying to Jesus Christ, and it gave them a hope. It gave them something to feel powerful in our themselves during that harsh time. But as we said, energy is always transforming, and everything has a cycle. That cycle has ended, and we have these people, the still religious people, or at least Abrahamic religious people, that hold on to these things. That I get it, but the cycle for that is over. You see all these people coming into a new way. You can call it a new age spirituality. You got new age people. You got people like Nipsey Hussle. We have all these different people that's getting into understanding everything for real, and getting into the science and getting into breaking everything down. I'm seeing how all these lines are being broken down. So the cycle for the Abrahamic religions have, to me, ended. Is you know what I'm saying? You're holding on for no reason.
We in the dying ages of it.
Yes.
So, okay. Give me an estimate with you being in my generation. You are in my generation.
Yeah.
With you being in my generation, how many generations before we see? Because right now, it's predictions that we're in the rise of religion.
We're in the rise. Mm-hmm. Maybe in a new form of religion.
And that's just due to the fact of Christian and Islamic propaganda that we're in the rise of a new religious age.
That's only because they're still holding on to
the thing is, that's the statistics. However, from what I see, I don't see it.
Yeah.
And that's the weird thing, is that I'm taught statistics in school, but physically, I don't see it. I see the decline of religion. Mm-hmm. I see more people turning away than I do turning to. But statistics are saying there's more people turning to than away. Statistics
can only be controlled when you're the one controlling them.
And from being in the statistics class this semester, that is true to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because they still have certain rules that they have to set up and go by. So I can see how each study can still have some kind of flaws.
Yeah. Because, what's it call it? I've definitely seen more people it's becoming much more scarce. People don't really have that many more arguments about the shit no more. You need to get up out that shit, buddy.
I think people don't know what to really believe no more.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing. Even it's even difficult for me because the way the society is, especially here in America.
So I think more or
changed.
less future Christians will teach their kids about the spirit of Christ, more about the embodiment of it.
Yeah, the energy,
like the good nature and the energies of it, more or less the actual do this, do that.
Mm-hmm. You don't need all that. The dogma, you don't need that. That's extra as propaganda
and it's kind of like
bullshit.
how I believe cops should install the spirit of the law, but not necessarily the full embodiment of the law.
Yeah, they try to. It's almost like this is guy fucking off One Piece. Akainu, fuck Akainu. Akainu Sakazuki, and he's an admiral for the Navy.
Mm-hmm.
I love One Piece because, well, for many reasons, but one thing about it is their government. They have a world of government, and it's exactly like ours. Exactly how I would really imagine ours, in an exaggerated sense, obviously, but how I would imagine ours. But
Go in depth.
he is a admiral, one of the strongest admirals. Like if you call, you got top tier characters, it's the nigga top tier. Like Luffy has to beat this dude's ass. He killed. Well, spoiler alert. He kills Luffy's older brother because he's he's pirate. He ended up being Gold D. Roger's son, and Akainu, he has this thing about him like absolute justice, and he like enforces what they deem justice is a really big theme in One Piece. Justice and who has the justice and who's enforcing it. Because Akainu, he has absolute justice. He's gonna kill any pirate. He's gonna destroy you if you are just an enemy, any enemy to the world government. Any order that he's being given from the top tier motherfuckers above him, he's gonna carry it out without question. It's almost poetic in a sense. Like he becomes justice. So I can akin that to a lot of these, these bullshitting ass cops out here. Like they take it to another level. Like they're just carrying out whatever they see fit as what's justice, what's good, or whatever order they're being given, and they twist it up to their own type of fucking agenda and shit. So he can represent a lot of that. But like I said, the world government in One Piece is so crazy, bro. Cause what's dope about, I was watching Nipsey Hussle. It was a video. He was reading something off of his phone and was talking about the reasonable man and the unreasonable man. I don't know who he was quoting, but it got me to thinking what he was saying. It got me to thinking about anime, obviously, and a lot of problems with black men is we have a lot of Narutos and not enough Luffys. What I mean by that is we have a lot of reasonable men and not a lot of unreasonable men, because Naruto, I say Naruto and Luffy because in most shonen, Naruto is the main character. In most shonen protagonists, Naruto is a character who, even though he accomplished his dream, became Hokage, he is a character shaped by everything in his world. He is shaped by the world. He was a lonely kid, had no parents, had a demon inside him. Nobody fucked with him. he was shaped entirely by his environment.
Yeah.
Like a lot of us are, a lot of black people are. We're shaped entirely by our environment. We're shaped by our space. Luffy is a person that shapes the world around him. So no matter what environment he is, no matter how he comes, no matter how he's born, this is a fucking kid that was born on nowhere island in the East Blue, fucking, and when he got rubber powers, and when he took off he would set sail to become the king of the pirates, he didn't have shit to his name but a straw hat and a wooden dinghy. Now this little dude is a fucking infamous pirate warlord with a fleet of 10. He got 10 people on the straw hat ship, and he got a whole grand fleet. And it's the world reacting to him. It's a great thing about One Piece is when you see the newspapers and his the bounties and shit, they're like, oh my god, what did Straw Hat Luffy do now? What did Straw Hat Pirates do now? You know what I'm saying? The world is reacting to him. It's being shaped around him. So I feel like we need a lot more of unreasonable men, especially black men, to go forward and just like fuck all the bullshit, because
this is gonna be a great episode indeed, Jordan, because I want you to listen to this episode. I want everybody to listen to this episode as a full whole. We're finna wrap this up in about 7 minutes, but I want everybody to listen to this episode as a full whole. This is gonna be the episode that changes me as a writer. I guarantee it.
On me. But as far as like the government officials, they the fighting forces, the admirals and the marines, but they're all protecting the nobles, who are called the Celestial Dragons. These motherfuckers are untouchable. These are the sickest fucking people you can imagine, because they are they're royals by only birthright, because their family is the family from what's called the Void Century. Before the world government, before the shaping of the pirate era, there was a Void Century where a lot of other shit went down. We don't know what's going on, but that's a key factor. But they have all the power. They can do anything, and when I mean anything, do anything. These are niggas that will come on your island on a slave, walking with a slave on 2 legs, beating just badly, just, you know what I'm saying, carrying this dude, and you have to bow. Everybody in the village or on the island bows. If you don't bow, they can shoot you, or they can enslave. If they see you and they like you, they be like, I want you. And you know, how they portray them, like how they look is goofy as fuck, but they're sick as hell. They can take the slave. You cannot fight back. Whatever they say, you have to do it. If you do not abide by the Celestial Dragon, they can either call an admiral, who is like when I tell you these admirals are fucking strong, they can level islands, bro. Call an admiral, level the whole island, or they can call a buster call, which they've done this before. They'll call a buster call on you, which is basically a nuke. So nuke your island. Nobody can do shit about it. And in one scene, they was doing something. They end up killing one of the Straw Hat's friends, and they was finna enslave the other friend. And Luffy came up, and everybody's just still. You can't do anything to a Celestial Dragon, period. And they're just freaking out like, no. And he's just looking at him with just that, when Luffy give you this look, you're gonna get fucked up. So he's just walking, gets up on him, bow. No fuck given. Not period. And he pretty much he already did, but he just declares war on the entire government and not gives one fuck about it. So Luffy is that nigga that's like, no matter who you are, you fucking my people, you going down. I don't care how big you are, you going down.
Interesting.
That's why I fucks with him.
Very interesting. We'll talk about that when we talk about our. I just can't reveal all my secrets to you niggas just yet. I love y'all though. I just can't reveal all my secrets just yet. In hope, in time, y'all gonna see everything. With that being said, you got anything else? You got anything else, Jordan?
No, finna wrap it up here.
Give me your handles.
Handles. You reach me at on my Twitter, mainly. What's it called? At what is it? At Sunchild47, right there. Reach me on Facebook, Jordan Michael. It's my two main things right there. I don't use Twitter much anymore.
You can get me at The Top Effect on Instagram and Twitter.
I mean Snapchat.
And when you see me on stage, it's gonna be Two Bears High Five. That's my new poet name, and y'all know it. Hear it when you come and when you see me coming. Two Bears High Five. See you.